Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Lids, and we're back for some more Path of Exile 2. And last time, Where were we exactly? We were still going through the campaign. Because, of course, we've been balancing Path of Exile 2 along with a few other games, although I have, off stream, finished the campaign and did some additional leveling up, but deliberately did not yet go into any of the maps yet. So it means that, yeah, in the grand scheme of things, we're probably a fair bit behind schedule relative to the masses, so to speak. But there's still a lot of very interesting stuff for us to explore because there are tons of changes that have been made to the end game in this patch, including a lot of stuff catered around the very beginning of end game as well. So I'm very curious to see what all that stuff is about, and we have lots of improvements to make on our character as well, because you may recall we were leveling up but didn't have a very formalized plan last time as to how we were going to spec our passive tree, for example, or what types of gear we planned on using, and we at least started to answer some of those questions. So let's just say we have ourselves a fair number of those skill points to turn in, but hopefully now a way to actually do just that, allocate them. Now, before I forget, let me hop into Discord, because, yeah, first day or two of the league oftentimes try to just kinda, sorta go fast. I mean, of course, we're not, like, setting any speedrunning records and not really going full race mode, but now that we're past that initial wave, I think we'll, if anyone else wants to hop in on Discord, we can potentially team up, especially now that I will momentarily, at least, be into maps, which I imagine is where most other people are generally hanging out at this point. So, as things currently stand, just do a quick status update, give you a little bit more of the specifics that I was alluding to there. Let me turn off trade chat. Silly trade chat. So we're level 71. As you may recall, we're a monk, we're a martial artist. So we have, I mean, the life and energy shield, that stuff is probably still lagging behind a fair bit because I haven't really done as much to upgrade the gear. But our resistances are almost fully capped with some chaos res on top of that, which is nice. It's doable to get that last bit of cold res, especially because we're actually a fair bit overcapped on fire, so we can sort that out. So we're doing okay, certainly not amazing on this front. Once we start getting into maps, enemies will start bopping us, potentially one-shotting us with our relatively limited life and energy shield, though we may be able to address some of that. For the most part, offensively, I have been continuing to use Falling Thunder as our primary, at least single target, damage dealing skill, because we have good power charge generation, primarily coming from Killing Palm, which has kind of turned into my primary clear skill thus far, even though it's supposed to kind of just be a finisher with all of the various spells that we spawn in with Hollow Focus coming from our ascendancy. That has actually made it pretty easy to just spam Killing Palm, and it has an area of effect to it, so when we do that, hey, is it the best area clear skill? Not for direct damage, no, but it basically is Flicker Strike if you can have enough damage to take enemies out with one hit with it, so speed-wise, once you get going, it's actually quite nice. So as the enemies start getting stronger and we aren't as over-leveled relative to them, yeah, that may become a little bit trickier to sustain, but at least for now, that has generally been the way that we do things. And of course, we are specking for crit. As I said, we have a lot of skill points to spare here. I have allocated the obvious ones, but I wasn't 100% sure how we wanted to spec the rest of them, which is why we currently have 19 unused passive skill points. And as you can see, obviously, we've still only done 2 of the ascendancy trials. We still have a couple more to go. Not sure that we're going to do any of those today, unless, like, maybe we'd consider having someone just carry us through the final ones. We leapfrog past the third tier and go straight to getting all of our remaining ascendancy points. Yeah, we'd have to pay potentially a somewhat hefty sum to do that, but it would accelerate our build progression and make it easier for us, certainly in the early stages of maps, having all those ascendancy points to work with. But before we actually allocate our remaining skill points, which I have now done the Path of Building for, I promise, hold on, can't necessarily say that this is exactly what we'll be looking to do, but there is a plan at this stage. So, at least for the tree. For the items, I've identified some uniques that we may want to build around, and this is kind of just a placeholder rare of roughly the type that we'd probably be looking for, although there is at least one unique that I would potentially consider in that spot, and I have picked that up, in fact, and we actually do have a high enough level for the unique in question. We don't have enough decks, although that's once we allocate a few travel nodes on the tree, we will almost certainly have that, so not really concerned. If we want to go that route, that should be possible. But before we do start allocating that stuff, I believe we might actually be about to get a couple more passive points by formalizing the conclusion of the campaign, which I think takes us to King's March. There's a chance this gives us an additional elemental resistance penalty. I don't remember if they do that just before going into maps, but that might be the case. And if so, then yeah, we might need to buff up the resistances a little bit more.
The end.
Yep, there are the passive points.
Go.
So this is King's Man. We're ready.
These guys, I don't know that they actually have anything of substance to say to us. Okay, so yeah, now we've 21 passive points to work with. I guess I'll give you a quick mouse over of the gear. This might be a new quarterstaff relative to what we were using when we were last checking in. As I said, as I believe I said, I went through the remainder of the campaign off stream, deliberately stopped before we started going to any of the new stuff with the redesigned end game in maps. But that is the quarterstaff. The gloves? No, I think we got these last stream. They're a little bit low level at this stage, but they do have good stats, so that's nice. Still have this, which I think we had previously. This, which can't remember. This might have dropped. It's not otherworldly, but it's half decent at least for our random pieced together gear. And this we got from the quest reward. That's the same as last time. I think this is this new. It might be what we had before. I was eyeing something to change into the body armor slot, but it would require some crafting. I haven't done that yet. Then the helmet may also be new, and that's pretty solid. Doesn't have crit chance, which is something you'd like to see on the helmet slot for a crit-based build, but we'll get there eventually. I think I purchased this and then crafted on the fire res or something like that. I don't remember. Maybe I crafted this from scratch. Then here are the boots. And then just a quick mouse over for the flasks, which I do like the automatic charge regeneration per second in case you get stuck in a boss fight or something like that. We do have the cold resistance charm, so like technically speaking, if we aren't perfectly capped on cold, we might be okay. It is showing our cold resistance as being higher than it actually will be because we are in Act 4 at the moment. But where exactly? Oh, we might actually have an Ceres temple that's ready to go. But we do have various other quest rewards, smaller quest rewards along the way that we didn't cash in because similarly, we weren't 100% sure what we would be most interested in taking, but I admittedly haven't given those as much thought, but we're probably okay on that front as well. Like this in particular. Remind me where we are technically supposed to go next for the main act.
Quickly.
Travel to Oriath.
The time
Here we
has
go.
come. We can only hope our alliance will be enough. That fateful hour. A return to Oriath. We can set sail immediately.
The dreamer leads and I follow.
With our forces united, we set sail from King's March and head for Oriath. But as we approached, the unthinkable took place.
All right. I always forget about this.
My worst fears
cutscene.
have come to pass.
But we have seen it several
The
times
world
before.
is consumed by madness once more. Our last hope for refuge is the ziggurats of Utzal. Perhaps Doriana's preparations will shield us while we plan our next move. It appears Doriani truly does have a plan for every contingency.
Okay. So yes, that sets us off. Started the mapping experience, and then I think he gives us
I speak.
our first map, does he not? No, do we need to check in with the hooded one first?
You made it.
Maybe
Hard to
Pharaoh as well?
imagine, isn't it? What a bloody state the world is in. I'm here if you need anything. All the best.
Alright. Where is the hooded one exactly? I don't remember him being in here usually. Oh, he's all the way over here.
He slumbers as deeply as the dreamer himself. Doriani may know how to wake him.
Is that new? It might be. Obviously not the biggest thing in the world, but if that were to turn into an actual plot point of, oh, hey, oh, this whole ordeal has basically incapacitated Sin, and you need to do something on the Atlas to revitalize him, then I don't know how meaningful that would be, but it'd be potentially be interesting. And I will say, one thing that I have liked about PoE 2 has been that it's done a pretty good job of taking things that we had teased and heard about in Path of Exile 1, but maybe they were concepts or civilizations or locations that were only ever alluded to in the names of items, or the flavor text for items, or in some of the lore that some people would talk about, but never really experienced it firsthand. Some of the enemies, the big-time enemies. And for the most part, those various things were in fact implemented in PoE 2. So all these things that the players who had been playing PoE 1 for a long time had long imagined, but never actually seen firsthand, suddenly we've been thrown straight into those things, which has been really cool for the most part. One thing that I always wanted in PoE 1, that at least when the expansions came out that introduced Sin and Innocence as characters, you do, spoiler alerts for PoE 1, you do fight Innocence, who is the brother of Sin, but you never, sort of a couple times, or at least once. But despite there being many, many discussions with Sin about the progression of power in your character's development and just as the world becomes increasingly corrupt, it felt like, okay, he's an ally for now, but his name is Sin. It's kind of it flips the player's expectations by having Innocence be the enemy and Sin be the good guy, at least initially. But it did always make you wonder in the back of your mind, surely at some point, Sin is going to show his true colors. Surely Sin can't really be a genuinely good guy, right? So he's gonna backstab us at the end of the day, and it's gonna be dramatic, and hopefully it's gonna be dramatic, and it's gonna be a lot of fun, and he's gonna be really powerful, and it's gonna be amazing. But it didn't happen. So it does make me wonder if perhaps this could give Grinding Gear Games, the developers, the means to eventually have Sin become an endgame, or perhaps the endgame pinnacle boss of all pinnacle bosses, so to speak. I think that would be really cool, as long as they implement it reasonably well. They certainly have the various plot and lore-related tools to do that. It would just be a matter of execution. But I think they could do it.
We're alive.
And it could be amazing.
That's a small consolation. Rayclast has been devastated.
and the influence of the beast lingers on. As we feared, the beast's corruption holds the Hooded One in thrall. Nothing we do can wake him.
Ah,
And where
okay.
do we turn? Without the Hooded One, we cannot wield the weapon.
The situation is grim, but science can be rediscovered. We must seek further knowledge of the ancients for ourselves. Perhaps with it, we can engineer a solution to our situation.
Very well. What do you propose?
I have already been working on a plan. This ziggurat was built over what my ancestors called ley lines, ancient underground structures, which I believe may span the entire continent. The machine you see here, I call it a waygate. Using the ley lines, the waygate can take us anywhere they reach. Approach the waygate.
Okay. So yes, it seems like this gives us a little bit more of a natural reason, lore-wise and overarching plot-wise, as to why the map system exists. And it's not just a random coincidence that Sin, the Hooded One, has been knocked out. It does seem as though without him, we need to find... that is our rationale for why we need to explore the Atlas, the map system, and why we need to engage with all of these dangerous mechanics. Not just because, you know, breaking the fourth wall, metagaming it. Well, of course, it's an RPG game, and your character needs to get stronger, so the enemies need to continue to get stronger. No, we need to learn from these other ancient, powerful beings in the absence of Sin, because he would have been our key guide in all that. And of course it means that we're also placing more trust in Doriani, which certainly any players in PoE 1, and those who pay close attention to the lore in PoE 2, even if you didn't play PoE 1, would understand is a little bit of a concerning situation in which we find ourselves.
Good. The ley line below is resonating correctly.
Oh, I'm not moving anything.
What brought this about? Was it us?
Incredible. That tower. It must have reacted to the waygate's energy.
What does that even mean? Should we be concerned?
For now, we simply need to reach the tower. But first, we must test the waygate. Take this waystone, mark your desired coordinates on it, place it in the waygate. Let us see what it can do.
Okay, so yes, this did exist previously, or at a very high level. Previously, Doriani technically gives you a waystone at this stage to give you a free pass into the start of the endgame map system. Now, of course, it is possible to get any of a number of waystones to drop in the campaign, in and around, starting with the last act, and so we do have a bit of a stockpile of these, but the interesting thing is that overall, the, at least beginning of the map system is now much more structured. As we can already see, Doriani is pointing us specifically in the direction of the tower, although first step is to go for any of the initial spots right next to the refuge, of course. But I think even beyond that, at least from what I'd seen in the patch notes and the teasers and whatnot, we're going to find that there's basically a pre-seeded direction in which we will expect to find most, or if not all, of the various different types of mechanics. And theoretically, they aren't that far from the starting area. In fact, you can already see... well, that's the Reliquary Vault. That's probably not one of them. But this looks like a Corrupted Zone over here. That's a tower, and I think there is even like a scripted major story event / expansion upon the Atlas system once we do that map. Uh-oh, it crashed for you the first time, Jer? It just didn't do anything. So this is your first time seeing... oh, wow. Well, I figured, you know, stuff that we've seen before, we can certainly skip through that on the regular. And as time goes on, we will probably zoom past this stuff a bazillion times, but at least for the first time we see things, definitely would like to try to hear them out, at least for the main stuff. Yeah, maybe we'll occasionally stop and take in some of the extra lore and whatnot, but okay. So I think, I mean, I'm kind of tempted just to push the system a little bit. Ignore Doriani's direction to go to the Precursor Tower, to go to some other type of bonus content first, just to see what Doriani says, to see if the game kind of gets confused, because that is my natural tendency to sow chaos. But if we are to do things the or at least the most straightforward way, and I would imagine likely the quote-unquote optimal way as well, yeah, we should probably go straight there. So, take your pick. Just out of curiosity, we're looking at Blooming Fields. That's Crowbell for both of these. Slick, which is the... Is that the fiery engineer lady? Acropolis? I honestly don't even remember. Plantation. I don't think I remember that. The art makes me think of the fiery witch lady area. Steaming Springs, which is the Cobra lady. And this would probably be my preferred map of all these, but Penitentiary. Oh, is this the, what's his name? The prisoner? He's really annoying. I really don't want to do that. So you know what? We'll do it the straightforward way, at least at the very beginning. Oh, and did this even have any mods on it? I honestly didn't check. I don't know that we need to throw a transmute on our very first map, but I mean, oh, I also didn't double check. Do we still have, we have even more resistance penalties? I think we might. Yeah, because this was 67 before, wasn't it? I think this was overcapped. It was probably at 80. So yeah, we're not... We would like, for sure, to address that fairly soon. Ideally, we would do that in advance of this map, but alas, we're in now. Okay, so, as I was starting to say before, we have the bells that spawn in every few seconds. I did add a few more support gems, so these bells, I think, spawn in a little more frequently than they did before, and we also have a maximum of 4 at any given point in time. So we can use those, and I'm just hitting them with Killing Palm. And so if we have multiple of them out, then this is where it starts to feel a little bit more like a Flicker Strike type of situation. I mean, if they're close enough, you can see there's a little circle of area of effect around us. So it has the potential to hit all of them at once. But if they're a little bit further apart, then we can start to flicker around a little bit more. They did also, subtly, I don't know if they actually mentioned this in the patch notes most recently, because they've had a few minor patches as of late. They made it so that the bells are more consistent with where they spawn. They spawn closer to you, and they also spawn specifically in the direction you're facing. So you'll see if I'm facing this way, they always spawn over here. Whereas if I turn around, now they're going to start spawning in this direction. Which is a good thing and a bad thing. It's more predictable where they're going to spawn, and it's not going to, as often, send you flying all the way across the map in order to hit the next bell. But it also means if you do have, say, a large pack of enemies and you want to be zooming around to hit each side of that pack, then it's a little bit harder to do that. It also means that sometimes your character is a little bit slow to turn around, like face the other direction as you're changing directions. Probably even more so if you're trying to sprint. It's not really showing it to the extent that I would expect it right now, so it's naturally, it's being a bad example. But it means that, like, every once in a while, say you're in a situation where you're thinking to yourself, oh, I just really need one... That was it for a second there, but say you're like, oh, I just really need one more bell. Or I need more bells, but I really need to go in this direction. And then the game just keeps on going in the other direction. You try to turn around to go in the other direction, and your character insists on facing the wrong way, and so you can be, like, continuously forced... There's a good example. Continuously forced in this direction. I'm trying to go this way. So the running and Killing Palm Bell combo is actually a little bit harder to pull off for that reason, just because sometimes it continuously forces you in the wrong direction. Which is in some ways, I imagine, surface level, it's the type of thing that would seem like a quality of life improvement, but you're going to see there will be various points in time where I'm trying to progress forward through the map, and yet the bells keep on spawning behind me. I do generally, want to try to stay relatively power charged up. We have a maximum of 5 power charges at the moment. There is one more max power charge on the tree that is theoretically possible for us to get, although I actually didn't really plan on doing it. Because our Falling Thunder gains something like 40% more damage per power charge. So with 5 maximum power charges, if you could do the math, it's a lot of additional damage. Which is why, for a single target skill, if we can get fully charged before hitting rares or bosses, then it is quite potent. Also, I don't remember if I was doing this yet last time, but I did also activate charge regulation, which is a spirit skill. For those of you who have experimented with power charges, or actually for those of you who haven't, you may not realize that in PoE 2, they actually work pretty differently than they did in PoE 1. In PoE 2, the just base charges don't do anything at all. Power charges don't give you crit chance, endurance charges don't give you damage reduction, frenzy charges don't give you speed, anything like that. Oh, this guy's gonna hurt. At least not by default. If you want to get those things, then basically you have to use the easiest way to get them is by using the spirit skill charge regulation. So it costs spirit to use, of course, that means. But it then starts to give you crit chance from power charges, at least for us, and all the other things that you probably would associate with the various types of charges from PoE 1. But not only does it come at the cost of spirit, it also, every few seconds, takes away one of each type of charge. So it does make it a little bit harder to sustain charges in addition to giving you the spirit cost. So that is why the biggest thing that is using our charges is, of course, the Falling Thunder, because it uses all of them when we use that skill. But even when we aren't doing that, you'll still occasionally lose a charge here or there because of charge regulation. But it's actually quite a big boost to our crit chance. So I'd have to double check exactly what number we're on right now. Obviously, I have not yet allocated those points that I was saying we should allocate. So yeah, we could probably get a little bit more than what we have at the moment. There's a good example of what it looks like when we have a bunch of the bells out. Starts to look a bit like Flicker. Admittedly, I have not yet played in PoE 2. I haven't really done much of it in PoE 1 either, although it's always been a skill that intrigued me. And I thought that there were, at least from what I've seen in various YouTube comments and whatnot on, or maybe even comments on the forums for the patch notes, it seems like people have been very interested in Flicker Strike in PoE 2, and it may have gotten nerfed. So people seemingly were fairly disappointed by that. But, as I said, it's not like it's a perfect replica, a perfect replacement for Flicker Strike, but it has a lot of similarities, and this is interesting. It's given us a warning / preview of the boss fight, which I hope is just because this is our first time doing this in maps for this league. It was changed because people could flicker nonstop. I mean, it's a little hard to tell because we haven't had particularly big packs of enemies yet, but there are at least times where it feels that way for killing Palm, if you have enough damage to actually get the cull on enemies with one hit, and you saw a little bit of it just then. I'm gonna go into the boss arena, I think. The nice thing is that in the past, before we had Killing Palm with the bells charging, I oftentimes had to kite enemies right up next to a boss and take out those enemies with Killing Palm just before the boss spawns in. And oftentimes, even then, the boss would take long enough to spawn or do their monologue that by the time they were actually damageable, we no longer had our power charges. But because we can basically just repeatedly do this, oh, also you spawn in much more quickly than I expected you to, it's much easier for us to charge up our power charges quickly. Now, granted, we do not have a 100% crit chance. There's a very large difference between the amount of damage we deal when we crit and when we don't. And also, as I was saying before, our damage is not great. Or rather, our defenses are not great. So if we crit with full power charges on Falling Thunder, our damage is pretty good. But it's still a little RNG-ish at the moment. At least until we get a little more crit on. Eventually, the intention is to get up to 100% crit chance and 1000% crit multi, which has been our target for most of our characters we've played in general, and any of our quote-unquote omni-crit characters, which has sort of been the theme how we've been approaching most of the stuffs in PoE 2, with a few exceptions, for the most part, after we've already satisfied our crit stacking urges, our desires to go all in on crit. Yeah, this is a good test, though, to see, okay, without capped resistances, with pretty questionable defensive gear, and certainly still room to improve our offensive gear as well, how can we do in maps? Very beginning maps, of course, but I would like you to go away. Both of you. Dude, hiding in there. I have not yet experimented Jer with it. Well, I have not yet picked up that specific ascendancy point. That was so avoidable, that hit. But I am intrigued. I guess, for the most part, I definitely don't know just how significant that ascendancy is, the one from the martial artist that gives bonus power on your gloves. For the most part, it's just been up to my imagination to theorize how much more effective various pairs of gloves could be with that ascendancy, and that's dangerous. Because I may be overestimating to a huge degree just how meaningful that could be. Blah. Because, I mean, obviously, surface level, without having looked into it much at all, one would assume that in general, gloves that are stronger in a vacuum without the support of that ascendancy, those will be the ones that benefit the most from the ascendancy. You know, a good pair of gloves is going to become a very good pair of gloves. And a bad pair of gloves, sure, it might be marginally better, but just not going to notice it all that much. So there's all that, but or at least that's my what I think is relatively safe assumption. But then there's a question of, okay, sure, in general that may be the case, but are there any interesting exceptions where things that wouldn't seem to be that overpowered in a vacuum are actually incredible for some specific, more niche reason with that ascendancy. Now our inventory is getting full. But obviously, we have finished the map. I have, for the most part, been taking the slow, pick everything up, identify, and vendor approach, which is obviously not generally the best way to speed through things. That was in part because I put an artificial hold on my ability to go into maps. So I was like, okay, you know, gotta do something if I'm just grinding the same zone over and over again. What's up, Warcrow? How's it going? We will fix this. Do you have you... I mean, because PoE 2, at least while in early access, is not free to play. You do need to purchase a key. Eventually it will become free to play. But, Warcrow, do you have a key for PoE 2 and it's just a matter of not having installed it? Or have you not bothered to... You do have a key. Okay. So it is just a matter of taking the time to install it and or having sufficient interest to play it.
Our first step is a success.
Once it is installed.
The Waygate does indeed work.
We didn't know that before.
Science is a process. Would you rather we remain here cowering in the dark? Now that we know the Waygate works, you must reach that ancient tower. I am certain we will learn more from it. You know what to do. Quickly.
Alright, so
As
yeah,
expected.
we're just gonna render most of this stuff, I imagine. And we probably, given how we did not finish that map, we will probably... That's a lot of lightning damage. Half tempted to throw an AUG on that. Probably not a
You know what to do.
special AUG, but... AUG nonetheless. You saw for a second there. Yes, I did enough late campaign farming that we have our fair share of at least T1 maps. Focusing more on a different game right now, Warcrow. Fair enough. Fair enough. Is probably not quite as good as the one we have right now, at least because we have the better charges per second on that one. Oh, oops, wrong. Meh.
Haven't you
Not really what I was looking
This is
for
all
on
we
the
have.
AUG
As
there.
expected.
Yeah, I think we'll still go back in, finish the map in full. Pick up the unique. I don't think it's an especially good one, but I don't remember what it does or even what it is named. I just recognized it as something that I've seen in the past, so take that to mean it is not all that noteworthy. And it didn't seem that meaningful then, so I assume that's still the case now. Yeah, Jer, I don't know what you're up to right now. Are you in game right now? Oh, well, you must be because you DM'd me in game. So if you'd like, we could team up a bit for some maps now that I'm actually in maps. Don't know if you're leveling up a new character, but pretty sure you were ahead of me. I think you have at least one character in maps at this stage. That being said, you are probably further along than I am in maps. I might need to, spend some time allocating those skill points. Maybe doing a little bit to improve the gear and whatnot, as we were saying. If you were, running T15s, yeah, sure. I'm definitely not ready for those just yet. Every rare enemy is one of those guys. That's kind of annoying because those guys are around level 72 character, you say? What do you know? Not quite where I find myself, but just about there. Let's see. I don't really know which of these. I've seen a few of the. This is a 4-level version of the League content, so it gives us the option for some fairly rare runes here. I haven't really looked into which, if any of them, are highly valued. So I've mostly just been trying to theorize which ones seem the most useful, and for the most part they are not. None of them are particularly useful for us, at least. You do have it already installed on your console. I don't think I've taken this one yet, so I'll go for that. I'd like more bellies, please. Thank you. Ow. Oh, we also get power chart. I forget if I had done this yet last time, but I do have the other spirit skill. Is we create a little copy of ourselves when we dodge, and if enemies attack that little clone of us, then that also creates power charges. We have to go over and pick them up manually in that case, which is not always the most convenient thing to do. Oh, I'm completely frozen. We're in rough shape in that case. Yeah, anyone who resists damage, most of our damage is, or resist elemental damage, I should say, because most of our damage is elemental right now. Or the crit resistance, it's also bad news bears for us. This guy may or may not have multiple of those things, but that's why that's taking us a little longer. Oh, why, hello there, Chair. How are you?
Not too bad. How are you?
1 second, I'm just gonna see if I can turn you up a little bit. Oh, I have you turned up all the way. Admittedly, my audio for everything has felt kind of messed up on my... Maybe I'm just turning into an old man and I can't see or hear or do anything anymore. I feel like that is... I'm becoming increasingly suspicious of that is the case.
Alright, well, I've got all my stuff cranked, so...
Yeah, no, that sounds like that's a me problem, Ben.
yeah, I don't see how I can make it any louder.
No, that is fair.
It is a new headset, though, so...
Okay.
I was wondering if it even worked, so...
Well, it definitely
This is
does
cheap.
work. Good on that.
This is a cheap one I picked up, because the other one was, you know, past its prime.
Yeah. And that's not even doing a headset, but my headphones are, basically, if I move too much, then the way in which my headphones are plugged in changes slightly, and I lose audio in one or both ears. So
Yeah,
that is
that's-
also why sometimes when I think, oh, this person sounds quiet right now, usually my first suspicion is, yeah, no, that's probably a me issue.
Yeah, that's why I got rid of my other ones. There was only one side that was working, so I was like, yeah, that's definitely time to...
Yeah. I don't blame you in that case.
I wasn't really doing anything special. If you just want to, like, run maps and
Yeah.
work on your stuff, I can hang out for a bit, for sure.
And that's true Vormav as well. You see plenty of the 3s and 4s. I think I might have seen my first 5 earlier today, but I imagine once you start getting into maps, and certainly higher tier maps, you'll start to see more of the really higher level ones, which are gonna be rare and more difficult, but also more rewarding, in theory. That's a lot of life. It's tier 1 life. But no.
Gold is useless to me. Take it.
Oh, this is the one that has you fart when you stand still. No thanks. Can you Vormav in PoE 2? I imagine you can. Something with volatiles. At least in PoE 1, certainly. PoE 2? You could find a way, I'm sure. Just play a minion character. Clog the entire screen with your minions. Most of the time, hopefully, your minions are doing good work taking down the enemies. But every once in a while, your minions are not going to kill an enemy. And maybe that enemy is especially powerful. And your teammate, who's just waltzing around next to you, will suddenly get bopped and have no idea what happened because they will not see anything at all on the screen that is completely covered by your minions. With bright MTX, true. So I think it can be done. I mean, if we can make a cast on death character, granted this is PoE1 again, but if we can make a cast on death character, I think there's a way to deliberately set up your teammates to go down as well. Oh yeah, and if we're talking just other types of trolling, oh actually, I don't have any in this league right now, but what are they called? What are they called? 1 second. I don't remember what the name of them is, but I remember what they do. So maybe that'll help me find them. These, Gravebind. You can make a lot of people very mad by using these. Because of this. Enemies in your presence killed by anyone count as being killed by you instead. I did a Magic Find character last league, toward the end of league, and I think at that point we'd, for the most part, stopped doing streaming for PoE 2 as things were winding down. I did get a lot of Magic Find, however, you usually use this pair of gloves so that you don't need to do all the killing. You just stack as much Magic Find as you can get. You basically steal as many kills as possible from your teammates. You make your presence as big as possible to make it easier to steal as many kills as possible from your teammates. Everyone benefits from the amazing item rarity. However, if anyone has important on-kill effects, they are not going to see those happen. And oftentimes, they are not going to realize why that is the case. And so oftentimes, they will just go... They'll be like, what happened? Why does my build suddenly stink? I don't understand. And then you have to go, oh, right. I might have had something to do with that. So these might be the answer to your question.
And sadly, they actually just fixed a bug where if your minions had Devour on them, they could actually outright kill your partner.
Wait, if minions had what on them?
Devour?
Hmm?
One of the
I don't remember what
gems?
Devour is.
It's like... It's supposed to, like, eat a corpse and explode.
Mm-hmm.
Or something to that effect. And that explosion was actually affecting your teammates and killed them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So... But they just fixed that, so... Unfortunate.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you say fix. I don't know if that's the word that I would use.
Remove the fun of.
Right. Come on, man. What's the deal with that? We may have just convinced Warcrow to start playing PoE 2 from that description alone. It's like, oh, you mean there are various ways I can troll and sabotage my teammates? Sign me up. Yeah, so that was my first map, so I quite literally just started the mapping process.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I do probably have at least a few things that I ought to patch. Let me just see if I can quickly throw a cold resistance rune in the place of a fire resistance rune to... Oh, probably. Yep, that should be doable. And that way I can more or less have resistances capped at a minimum.
It's a good way to start.
Look at that. Perfect. Right on 75. I do need a little more lightning. But can't afford to sacrifice this anymore. Well. Oh well. Oh, okay. If you can give me just a minute here.
Yep.
While I allocate 21 skill points.
Nice.
I would greatly appreciate having the opportunity to actually spend some of those points, because I think that would make a difference. And then I will be ready to go.
You're doing like offhand and main weapon points for these, or what?
Basically, thus far, I've just been exclusively taking pure crit chance and crit damage, and the generic ones that aren't even specific to attacks or spells. They just work for any and everything.
Straight up damage, yeah.
So they were safe in that way, but I wasn't really sure what the most optimal way was going to be to go about doing things beyond that. But I think I have now done so. I know I need some additional decks. This for crit chance, a little bit of crit chance, and then crit damage once we get here. I'm kind of curious how much of a difference this is going to make. Should I do it all in one go? Or should we go incrementally?
Whatever you want.
That's conditional crit, so that's not going to show up on the tooltip, unfortunately. And admittedly, I'm just kind of eyeballing the attributes. More or less alternating between dex and int, with maybe the occasional strength thrown in there. This is also, at least this one is conditional. These aren't, though. Then, how many more points? We have 2. Okay, so that's pretty much going to be it by the looks of things. I notably have not taken any, and by any I mean truly not a single defensive point yet. Which, you know, maybe we take one.
Have you decided even what your defenses are going to be?
That's a great question. One that you may notice that I just did not answer.
Yes, yes, I did.
I assume the answer is probably going to be energy shield and or evasion, but I'm not 100% sure, in part because I've only confirmed some of the gear, and that includes basically the jewelry. So all the things that are not specific to energy shield, evasion, or armor. So we'll see. Been fixating on the plus 21 the whole time you've been here. Don't worry, Vormap. It's gonna go away, okay? It won't haunt you anymore. Alright, so I'm thinking I will end up taking this energy shield cluster. And then I think there's one other defensive cluster I was thinking about potentially as well. Oh, and then potentially continuing on further over here to more energy shield, which means we aren't really taking much of anything in the way of evasion. There are evasion clusters, or hybrid evasion energy shield clusters, so there is a decision that ought to be made at some point. So maybe we just don't make that decision yet, and instead go in a completely different direction. Let's do that.
I mean, you have to have damage in order to multiply your crit damage, right?
Oh,
Makes
I
sense.
meant to do the before and after. I don't remember what we had before, but now that's lower than I would have thought. It says we have 47% crit chance. It is higher than that because we have various forms of conditional crit, including additional crit when we have a power charge, which obviously we don't at the moment. Although, do the bells show up in the hideout? They actually don't. I did not realize that. I'm kind of surprised, to be honest with you. And enemies that have full life. We have a lot of additional crit chance and damage against enemies that are on full life. And that number, that factor will not be reflected in what you see here. So it is higher than this for a few reasons. But still, it's definitely not capped, even with all that being said.
Still looking pretty good, though. Almost 50%.
Yeah, so what is your build for this guy, Jer?
I just kind of go, and things die.
You know, that's fair.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if
Well,
that doesn't work, I kind of go,
okay, that's where you lost me, though.
I just kind of go.
Wait, sorry, one more time?
Kind of like,
Wait, what?
yeah.
What? I thought it had a... Huh?
Yeah, just kind of.
Okay, I understand it now. Okay, now, so I've plenty of tier 1 maps, which we could do. Or I could do the 3-to-1 to get them up into at least tier 2, probably even tier 3. I don't know how ambitious we're feeling right now.
I'm good with like whatever you want to head towards, and just tier 1 and 2s is fine with me because that's all I'm really doing at the moment.
Okay.
I'm like barely into tier 3s with this guy, but
Alright.
working towards your quests and stuff is probably the best.
Are there any mods in particular that you are trying to avoid?
Thankfully, we don't have reflex, so I think I'm pretty good with just about anything right now.
Okay.
It's kind of what I want to figure out too. I'm kind of invested in armor myself, so
Okay, I mean, not that I'm about to do anything super crazy with a character that is only just going to maps and still really doesn't
For
have
sure.
finalized gear.
yeah.
That's what I have there. I guess we'll just go for the tower after all. Although I really am tempted to ignore Doriani and just see what happens. See if he gets mad at me. What if I target every other location before doing the tower? Does that change his dialogue? I do wonder. This is kind of approaching both of these things. I don't know. We'll go here. Yeah, just dodge. That's your defense, right? Just out of curiosity, I think you can break my bells. Can you just try hitting one of my bells real quick? Yes, you can. Okay.
And I can break all of them.
Interesting.
Not just one. I can break them all.
Yeah, you know, that might prove to be a bit of a problem, but that's all right. We're gonna roll with it. We're gonna figure it out. Oh, also is that your pet? The
Yeah.
purple thing?
Yeah.
It looks a lot like those enemies that create the purple chaos projectiles that chase after you.
Yep. Yep. It does.
At first, I was like, oh no, I can't go over this.
Yeah, I might have been turning around and hitting it a couple of times so far.
Admittedly, I don't know what I have it set for permanent allocation. Wait, who is this?
Oh.
What? I've never heard this name before. Because of the ritual here? Oh! Interessant.
By the Dreamer, who are you?
I am
Yeah, that could be a little annoying, eh? You hitting all of your bells.
Forgive me for being so forthright.
I mean, it'll give you a little bit of extra damage.
Are you deceased?
Yes, I am. Killed by the king of the nameless.
I love that song,
The
Workrow.
king in the mists.
Then you may rest easy in the knowledge that I sent the king to his death back in Ogham.
You killed him in your domain, but now he returns from his.
Ah, of course.
These effigies are his connection to your
Yeah, I
world.
can't see that.
They weaken my resolve
NPC.
even as we speak. Please rid this place of his presence. Then we must speak further.
As you wish.
Go well.
Okay. Interesting. So, a little more lore to the ritual encounters. Yeah, so my bells, let me just double check exactly what they do when they blow up and what is actually meaningful for you. So,
Meaningful for me is to not hit them so that you can get as much of your thing as possible.
they probably
But
do
how
still
we
count
do
as
that?
kills for you if you have on kill effects. I thought I had something set up to make them explode, so they do damage, or maybe that's just all the skills I've been
So-
using that get the kills on them.
I do have those little blue things that'll show up once I kill things. They're... I wonder if they'll come from those two.
Shall we ritual?
Sure. Purple damage.
Was this the one you were linking? Wait, what was the...
Lock tonals?
Okay, yeah. They just showed up.
It's kind of funny. Well,
Steal
if you do actually
teammates.
go into
Or no,
that,
share charges. That would help you, actually.
okay,
potentially.
but remember though, it changes when you equip it, so it's not just sharing charges when you equip it. It actually gives you things for those charges also, from what I've seen. So you were saying before that you don't actually get anything from having them, but wearing those, and if you have that ascendancy, apparently it does. Again, I've been trying not to read too much into it yet because I don't want to get like I don't want to talk myself into doing another character quite yet.
Yeah.
But that's just me. I do believe I will be doing a monk next.
Have you done a monk before?
Oh yeah.
Okay. This perm... I don't know. Let me know if the loot allocation system is not to your liking and I can change it.
I'm good. I was able to pick something up earlier, so I think you've got it on timed or whatever.
Oh, is it? Okay. Good. That's probably better.
Well, it's separate, dude. Anyways, I don't know about timed.
Yeah, it is timed. Just saw something originally dropped for you that eventually became
good.
available for me. I'm mostly just picking stuff up to vendor it, to be honest, so...
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of well set up so far, so I don't really need anything at the moment.
Okay, shall we boss?
Yep, let's go.
You just stun him out of the what was going to be an unblockable move? Ooh, that was close. There.
Yeah, I haven't really gotten my my damage up as well as I was hoping.
Are there any
For
pieces of
damage
gear
when
in
he's
particular you're looking
stunned.
for?
No, I'm just still working it out.
You're on
Like,
two-handed
damage-wise.
mace, is that right?
Yeah, I've got a nice one that I picked up for a couple of div.
Oh, nice. Reminds me, I might have a quarterstaff to throw on that I picked up. I hope that I have the means to equip it now. For having spent some of those skill points.
But the only thing I'm kind of looking for right now to upgrade is like my helmet. I think that's probably the next thing I'm looking for, and it's going to be just an armor one.
Yeah, I should refrain from picking up blues at this stage. Kind of what I'm thinking.
Nope.
Otherwise, we will be here all day.
Yep.
Bad spot for me to stay.
So I am using the ward stuff a little bit there, in case you couldn't tell. That big blue rune is one of the
What is that?
That big blue rune that you see me put down once in a while is from
Yeah.
one of the Kalgur support gems.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
I haven't really. I think I might have one on right now, but it's one that requires more active use, and I've not really been actively using it.
Yeah, that's why I look specifically for ones that were just like supports and not something I had to cast or use. So it's been fun. Something I need.
There's
Got
one
the
that,
infusion thing going.
Oh, go ahead.
So I basically got an infusion going in that rune.
And I read
pick up
one
the
that says it spends your runic ward to add flat physical damage. I don't remember if it's passive or you're using that one.
Yeah, that's one. Yep, that's one of them.
Okay.
Are we just gonna clear out all the rares? Is that what you're looking for?
You know, that would suggest
gonna do
that I
the
had a
ritual.
plan. Theoretically, there are more rituals in here, which I don't know. I'll be honest. Usually, I'm not the biggest of ritual fans, but could be worth seeking that out.
Yeah, if you're gonna be doing a bunch of crafting on your own, you're probably gonna want to invest into it a bit because of the omens. But having said that, you're probably gonna want to do some
Ooh, let's do.
omens from the abyss too. So
It's just 3. After I was gonna say, yeah, the game when you're just doing the campaign pauses on this screen, but clearly that is not the case when you're in a party.
do
Work. That is very relevant for this character, I suppose. I could probably get the various support that we were just talking about.
Yep.
I think this is it. I probably already have it, but you know what? I will admit one thing that I was a little disappointed to see when I looked at it a little more closely was that it looks like the, now I'm blanking on the name of it, the Verisium, the sort of fairly straightforward resource that you can get in pretty high quantities from this mechanic without really having to go out of your way to farm it. Obviously, yeah, you can get it in fairly high numbers, but it's not worth much. Maybe that is to be expected. Wait, what? I don't say I know something.
I clicked the tomb. I forgot they all came alive.
No worries. Yeah, so I was hoping that since this one in particular, I just can't pick up. I don't know what. You're welcome to take that rune. Yeah. So, on the plus side, it seems like if you want to get a whole bunch of the Verisium, you can get a whole bunch of it fairly easily just by trading. But if you wanted to convert your Verisium into currency, it's not going to go very far. So, good thing or a bad thing, depending on which angle you're approaching it from. Did just kind of make it feel like me, after having not spent much and thinking, oh great, I have all this stuff, I can either cash it in a huge amount for crafting, or I can trade it in for other currencies to buy some improved gear. And then, yeah, realized not so much. I'm kind of cornered right now. Oh! It actually is oftentimes one of the amulets that I equip on crit characters. Wasn't what I was planning on using for this character, but it does catch my attention nonetheless.
Nice.
We'll probably do that. Even if the rolls did not seem great, but that's okay. Theoretically, I think there's still another ritual. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like there should be one more somewhere. Oh, we passed it, I think. That's going on.
Okay.
On bottom left. Yeah, looks like we passed it over there.
Ooh, there are enemies here. No. And then naturally, as soon as you come over, oh sorry, they're gone now. I swear there were, okay?
Yeah, just over here.
Does it let you initiate? Oh, hello. Does it let you initiate the ritual, or does it only let the host do that? I honestly don't remember.
I can try. I can try.
Does it let you?
I think I should be able to. It's not, it lights up when I'm over it, so
Okay.
I could probably do it.
Go for it. Yeah, looks like it. The tricky thing about the Falling Thunder is sometimes you try to line it up so that it will hit as many enemies as possible, and then your character just does a little sidestep. And frustratingly, just goes straight into a wall and does absolutely nothing, even if you had a fully power charged up version of it. Does make me shake my head sometimes.
Oh, wow. Responding in that door down there. Wow. Okay, there
Oh,
yeah,
there they are. Oh, I found myself once again attacking your pet. Especially in an encounter like this with the purple pustules.
Yeah, yeah.
She returns. I carry few possessions, and I don't have room for that.
Where's the Phoenix? a fan of this in PoE 1 for Righteous Fire, although just a reminder that Righteous Fire does not exist yet. PoE 2. For this reason, I am sad.
The King in the Mists no longer holds sway over this place.
Thank you. Now know this. There is much more to my story. With what little strength I have, I must bring you to me.
Oh, okay. So then this gives you,
Come to me
Oh.
in Kaertarth. Pass through the Tashka. There, I can tell you everything. Please, the hour grows late, and I've not much time.
Rest assured, Eva. I'll hear you out.
Fear not.
so that's where it gives you the additional guidance with the end game, a little more structure, and it points out on the atlas specifically where that encounter is.
Yep.
Pretty convenient, I suppose.
I think we're good. We're down to 8 monsters left, yeah.
Oh! That's pretty good, I suppose.
I am solely in conversation, so it is. What is it? What is it? What do you need?
Not horrible.
For Doriani.
Well, we
We
didn't
move
doubt the
forward.
trade might, but don't worry.
You said it was a chest plate, if anything, that you might be looking for, is that right?
No, helmet.
Helmet. Okay.
Yeah.
Of the armor variety?
Armor persuasion, yeah. The armor persuasion. Armor and probably a couple of resistances.
Bye then.
Because I've got just like 1 resistance on this right now, so it's not a bad base. It's still a like level 33 item, you know?
Oh, okay.
Might want to upgrade it. Well, then again, now that I look at everything else. But yeah. Everything else I've kind of upgraded already. It's just, that's kind of the last one. Even though, now that I look at them, they're not a huge. Like, I'm not up to like level 60. Level 65 is like the highest level I have. Wow. Everything
Yeah.
else is still pretty low level. But I've gone through and, you know, upgraded most of them lately, so. Helmet is next.
Are you fizz damage mostly?
Yep. Yep.
I regret to
Mostly.
inform you. The enemies are indeed armored.
Mm-hmm.
Do we listen to Doriani or do we ignore Doriani?
Completely up to you. Whatever you feel like working on. If you want to work on ritual stuff, then head over to her.
Let's ignore Doriani, because I want to see what happens. It might it might have 0 effect whatsoever. But let's ignore it.
Gotcha. Maybe I'll actually will like take a look at my MTX and get rid of a spider. What else do I have? Oh,
Oh.
It's much
Despite
better,
you
right?
saying that, I was just minding my own business, breaking some bells over here, and when you changed your MTX, I was like, oh no, an enemy is actually coming over here to fight us. Despite everything that you just said. Oh dear.
what? He's less intimidating. It's the Chimera. Guess I will have to get more stun build up on this guy. I think I'd have to already, but it seems like I do.
I feel like I'm
Yellows are
noticing it.
Yellows are staying unstunned for an extended amount of time.
Well, the enemies, they have more health when we're partied up. Does that also mean that they have higher stun threshold? I honestly don't remember. Does that scale with it?
As far as I understand, yes, because health, as far as I remember with them, would actually...
In a vacuum, that would be the case. I just don't know if specifically because the party scaling is the only reason why they're getting extra life, if that's an exception.
That's a good question. Not 100%. Just saying. In a vacuum, I would assume, yeah. And now that I think about it, I am actually stunning them. It's the second stun that I'm actually complaining about. Which makes sense, because they do have a resistance build-up.
Oh, I didn't realize this was Vol Ruin's spot. When I don't... No, okay, I had thought that I had a temple ready to go, but I do not. I was mistaken.
There's a misty little yellow buggy thingy flying over here.
Oh.
If you're wanting to follow it.
The spirit guides us, Jer.
But can it feed us? Looks like it's going up.
Ow.
He is getting around.
I was gonna say, is this still going?
Is he gonna go to the freaking boss or what? He
This
is
rate, I
too.
wouldn't rule it out. I think it actually might be. Is it?
Oh,
no.
Oh, we went around the side instead of going into the... Interesting.
I'm surprised. Boss would have
I
been
guess-
closer at this rate.
There is another yellow here. Oh god, he's got proximal. Annoying. There we go.
He is no more.
Well, the boss is right here.
Shall we boss it up then?
Right? Well, as long as we don't die, we won't screw anything up.
Oh. This
You
guy
wanna
is
go
kind of
clear the
nasty.
map first, or
Are you about to... I'm kind of close leveling. I don't know if I'm gonna level up
um,
before the boss at this
I
rate.
am a ways from leveling. I just got 72, so if you're
Okay.
close, let's keep on going then. The Bersium thing was down here.
Sorry, my bells led me astray.
Yeah, the Bersium thing's down here.
All right, now we see just how far the spirit took us.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this guy. Do you find yourself doing all of these, or do you just wait until you get some of the higher rarity ones?
I always look. More often than not, it's something that I would take, like even if it's just Exalt, like. So I don't think I pass up any of them. I think I pretty much do all of them. There's usually just something in there that I want. Even if it's just getting like another copy of a rune that I already have. Because I'm doing multiple characters, I kind of go, oh, maybe is it somewhere else? No.
Yeah, you could still benefit from it. True.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you can do multiple copies of the same. Actually, are you allowed to do multiple copies of some of the more powerful runes? I don't remember.
Not for some of them, no. Some of them, yes, because I think there's support and skills. Like, so skills wise, I think you can only do one or two, but I think you can put the same type of support in multiple skills. If maybe, not 100% sure. I haven't tried yet. But there is a count that goes along with your, at the top of your skills. That's like the strength and dex, like how many gems you can put in. There's a Kalgur count at the top too, right? So you can only put like, right now I think mine's like 4. Like I can do 5 Kalgur.
Oh, for specifically that type. In
For
addition
the
to
character. Yeah, for the character. Like your strength stat and your dex stat,
Yeah.
how it affects. Yeah, there's a Kalgur one.
Huh. Might not have any equipped right now because it doesn't seem to say anything.
Nah, okay.
No supports at least. Maybe I'm just
Yeah.
actives.
Or do you have a Kalgur skill?
Might not. I think I have some active ones in, but maybe those don't count in the same way.
Weird. Kind of thought they would.
Or maybe
Don't
I just
remember
didn't
when
pay
it
close
first
enough
started.
attention, which is also certainly possible.
I'm not sure when it first started. I mean, technically those are support gem capacity counts, right? So if you
Yeah.
don't have a support gem that's Kalgur, I guess it won't need to do a count.
How many enemies do we have? Is it not even
It's more
say?
than 50 right now, but we're still missing a rare. Oh, there's a guy over here.
Oh, yeah, that's one of them.
And that's it. That was the last one. Since this checkpoint showed up,
Yeah.
yeah, usually that's a good sign that that's all. Shoot. Now we can go through the walls like a boss. Like I said, we gotta go around, yeah.
Ow. Ow.
Hey,
Just trying to, pick a fight with a few enemies first. I didn't think it was a big deal until I got nearly captured like Sheila.
what?
Or really, I guess like Frodo. Sheila.
Lamb
So
spiders.
it's this guy. Unfortunately. I feel like this guy, I don't know if he's much harder or much easier with multiple teammates fighting him. I could see it either way. He has big slam attacks, so if he's just focusing on your teammate, maybe that's a great thing, and you don't have to worry about it. On the other hand, you might unknowingly walk straight into one of his slam attacks.
His ranges. I guess it shoots out from his slam and he didn't realize it was coming.
Yeah. I can see a world in which that happens.
Hypothetically, that could be true.
Alright, I think that's everything, right?
Think so.
Who sent you? If you must.
Do you need a greater jeweler sword by any chance? I just picked one up.
A greater what?
Greater jeweler sword. One that gives you 4
I think I have.
4 support gem slot.
I don't think I've used any myself, but I probably have one to spare. I have precisely one.
No, I'm saying I have one if you need it.
Oh!
Not that I need it.
Nah, it's okay.
Okay.
Found... Wait, what were they? These aren't amazing, but... Let me know if these are of interest.
No, I'm good. Kind of got you up on the other screen, so I can kind
Oh.
of look over your shoulder.
What is it?
Is it? Oh, that's Dexint based anyway.
I serve. Acceptable.
Nope, I am good.
Not you. Oh! The numbers aren't as high as I'd like them to be, but that's not bad stuff for me.
Yeah.
Well, really, earlier on. But maybe not so much right now. Oh, but that does remind me. Hold on. You have at least one thing I may be interested in using. Maybe a little bit preemptive at this stage, but this is the weapon I was eyeing. You can't beat that crit chance. I do like that a lot.
Level 65. It's too bad. If it was a lower item level, you could have like upgraded it on the.
Oh.
Yeah, but that's still looking pretty good for crit. Holy, nice base.
Curious. That does to my crit chance. 47.39. 73.19. Oh my goodness.
Nice.
So, that's a lot more crit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I am intrigued. So naturally what we're going to do next is run a map with enemies that take reduced damage from critical hits. Because that seems like the best way to test out the new and improved critical damage.
Of course. That's the hammer I've been using.
That's what's giving you the shrine effects. Okay.
Yeah.
At first I was like, am I just missing all these shrines? No, this is definitely a thing that Jer is set up to do.
Yeah.
So you're saying there's a crit chance. I mean, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, my long-term intention, well, at least to mess around, I would like to eventually see... Oh, this is technically testable right now, but... While active, ethereal bells periodically appear near you. Your hits immediately destroy the bells, creating a shockwave that damages nearby enemies. Oh, okay, so yeah, you can still do that if you destroy my bells. Causes a heavy stun on enemies that are primed for stun. The bells are themselves always primed for stun. They can be culled, and hits against them are always critical hits. That last phrase intrigues me, because I've recently found that there is such a thing
Is such a thing as trigger on crit.
as a 0% critical hit chance weapon.
Mm-hmm.
So I must know what wins: 0% base crit chance or bells that always get crit. I must know. And not to mention a weapon with a 0% base crit that has bonus critical damage. It just has to be done. One must test this. But perhaps we will wait for that. This is a Crowbell location.
So they have more crit chance and we have less, or what?
We do less damage with our crits, I think. Also, it appears that there may be some delirium.
Oh,
That man
wow.
appears in some distress.
I don't know. Sure. Talk to him first before you hit the mirror, though.
Oh, wait, where's the
I must
dude?
find the spirit.
There should be a dude.
He's hiding on the other side of it, such that it is actually hard.
No, no, I will not cut their throats. They are but babes.
Are you alright?
The only judgment I face is that of the spirit. The Winter Owl sees me for who I am.
Judgment? What do you mean?
Is that the same elder dude who we see in whichever act it is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Alright, well, let's delirium it up.
There is something ethereal.
Okay, so are we gonna try and follow this as much?
I guess so, and if we need to TP back to get stuff again. Well, I mean, the bar is full already. I'm realizing.
So that's... Oh. Chart it out. So the bar at the bottom fills, yes, but that's just the timer to say that you have time, right? It's not like death kills or anything. So you see now that it is moving from left to right. There's black now showing.
Yeah.
And that's the timer, like, reducing how much time we have left, right? So we kind of have to travel and kill things and...
You're delirious.
Oh, shoot, I clicked the box. Haha.
Oh, did you click it?
Yep.
Oh, this is gonna hurt. Yes, you definitely did.
I clicked it.
How did we go?
Oh, there's a wolf here that's kind of a pain.
Oh, check out that.
You got a couple explosions. Okay, got him. He's dead.
Feel free to tap those
Salted over.
salts and what have you if you want.
Nope, I'm good. Well, the only thing I'm really picking up would probably be exalts or anything that's like greater, or like something that's more than just the regular drops. Because I've got a fair amount of drops from two characters, right? So. Oh, the boss is up here. Do we go up here and... Might as well, he's delirious.
Yeah, I guess so.
That cold.
Ow.
Just the other one. Watch out for this guy, he's kind of a big... Pure rage.
Oh, that guy was cool.
Those guys explode are kind of... There we go, there he is.
Facing already?
He's running for it, yep.
Okay. That's a good sign.
Done.
Amazing. Oh no, not yet. Oh, definitely not yet. Oh, you
Oh. Oh. Got us both. Oh. Okay.
Shall we do it again? I don't know what happened to the delirium in that case.
I think it's done. I don't see the bar. Usually when you're done at the boss, it clears out, so
But
sorry about that.
Did we get to... No worries. Does that mean we get nothing out of it, or does it just get a...
Yeah, it's all gone.
elsewhere?
It's completely finished. Wow, that was fast. Well, that's the difference between it being in a delirium and not being in a delirium, I guess.
Excuse me, please let me in. Thank you. Yeah, so it turns out this phase is actually kind of nasty.
Yeah, it's a bit smaller area than I was thinking. There he is.
And I guess he hits a little harder than we may have been giving him credit for.
It was a rage.
Please don't slam first. Now, speed. Okay.
I was quite surprised it got us both there.
That phase might be more dangerous than this phase. Of course, famous last words. You know, that's the kind of thing that you say after you've already gotten this phase.
Well, how did we die that first time? I mean, come on, it was so easy.
Such a simple boss fight. Oh.
That's so simple. Well, it's kind of not worth going back now because all the stuff is gone, so...
Yeah, gross.
But you do have, at least you have the completion.
That's true.
It's saying 0 monsters remain for some reason. I'm not sure why. Did we?
Oh, wow.
We didn't clear the whole.
Just a quick they poked my head over.
We did not clear the whole map.
Wow, this is the most peaceful map I've ever seen.
Yeah, really.
Look at this, just a lovely little field for us to run through.
Tiptoe through the tulips.
I bet that's exactly what I'm doing, yeah. Who would have thought?
That's kind of scary, actually, because then it's like, where is death gonna come from?
Speak.
Oh. And... Okay, the chest plate is not great. And by not great, I mean it's pretty bad.
Yeah. Very good. That was the
I
helm.
recognize that one. Yeah, that's the one that gives a little bit of everything.
Yeah. You usually make sure there's one of those in the guild stash for just in case people need for leveling. I think I'll put that one in there too. Sure, why not? Wow. Wow.
So now, let's see where this one takes us once the Atlas loads.
Do, 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 do.
Okay, so theoretically, this is one of the big ones. One of the quest-related ones, Hilda's campsite. The hunt never ends, but it does
Yeah.
pause for rests.
So that's just something you have to go for now and talk to her. That's not actually like a map you clear. That's just a
Okay.
location you go to.
All right,
So go ahead.
but it has portals nonetheless. I don't know.
Mhm.
Find her. Are there enemies? I think I found her.
It's you.
Yep.
Fancy seeing you out here. How have you been?
I continue on the dreamer's path. It seems your path has been fruitful.
That's right. This great beast were my latest target. Now it's my trophy. And I tell you what, it does more than just line my pocket. It's a real rush. Come to think of it, I bet you make a fine trophy hunter.
I will consider it. What does it involve?
It's dead simple, really. You get a target, you hunt it, you kill it. You keep the rewards and notoriety, while I keep the carcass. Or at least what's left of it. Now, last I heard, a great beast was roaming through that area. If you can track it down and put it down, well then that's all there is to it. Oh, it's worth noting, none of these beasts will go down easy. So you best bring all you've got to the hunt. Right, any questions?
I am not stupid. Kill the beast. Simple enough.
That's it.
All right. So again, more of the end game that gives you a little more direction, both metaphorically and quite literally on the map. I mean, just look at this. All the bells are here now. It's actually unfortunate when they do pile up like that, because you may have noticed if they're all in one spot and we have a large enough area of effect to take them all out in one hit, rather than getting... You see, the game just did exactly the opposite of what I was about to say.
I was waiting for it.
I was about to say that it only gives us one power charge, and then we got 4.
Uh-huh.
I swear that's a thing.
Okay, then one just happened there and you hit 4 of them, so...
Look, I don't want to talk about it, okay?
Oh, there you go. You got 3 that time. Yeah. It's like it does an individual roll as to whether or not it actually gives you the...
Yes, and this looks important. The Withered Willow, is that ritual stuff? Or delirium?
Hmm? I don't know what's on the
Delirium
things
has
around it.
spikes. Okay.
There you go.
So that's an important thing for us to do. We just learned about Hunt over there, which is close to that tower. And all ruins. Oh, okay. Shows up on the map.
Secrets of the Ball. I don't even think I've gone to the ballrooms yet.
Okay, it seems like just based on what they were saying in the teaser videos slash in the patch notes, basically at the beginning of, I think, potentially any and every league, unless and until they change it, there's always going to be the same end game quest related stuff in the same direction relative to the starting area and relatively close to that starting area to give you that guidance.
Yeah, so like you could choose like what specific mechanic you want to go to, right? Like if you want to specialize in delirium from the start, then just go over to the delirium area. If you want to do abyss from the start, then go over to the abyss area. Like,
Does this
so
mean that everything in this direction is going to be delirium oriented, or is it just this initial component here and then afterward it's going to be sort of randomized?
There's another mechanic that kind of clicks in after you go to a certain place in the quest line.
Perhaps the thing that I keep on choosing to ignore. That's not some of the teaser stuff. I know what I'm doing, and I know why it's a bad idea to do it.
Let's just put it that way. It'll lead to the next area, hypothetically.
Okay, maybe it does make sense to do that thing after all.
Eventually, you get to a point where, like, you'll have done all the quest lines and stuff, lead the first quest line areas, and then you'll be back to I need to look in the randomized areas to see whether there's more. Right? Eventually, it gets to that point again where you're in the random blitz type stuff, but as far as I understand it, they still give you things that should point in a direction as to where you need to go, so that you can continue doing delirium or abyss or whatever it is that you're trying to do.
I think you do have to fight through the Well of Souls the first time. I mean, you can run straight through and ignore all the enemies. I guess that's an option, but... Okay. We'll do a tower. And this one is just more monster life on this one. This is the thing that Doriani really wants us to do.
Again, you don't have to.
I mean, we should, though. It's kind of important.
Kind of like defense. Do you need it? Well, if you kill things fast enough, maybe. Got some breaches in there.
Nothing thrives here.
Oh, yes. Would appear that there will be some breaches. And some annoying teleporting enemies. Well, that's a pretty big explosion. Wow.
Yeah, that kicks off sometimes. You just sit there and go, look at all that.
Is any of it random, or is it,
It's like a V shape from where I hit it, and it's like a 20% chance or something.
Oh, okay. So there is some just pure probability.
Yeah. That's the, for these skills, that's the, oh gosh, what's it called again? Aftershock?
Oh, okay, yes.
Great reminder over there if you want.
I'm interested in a superior item that can be scrapped.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Wait. I didn't see a superior item. There was a superior item? So, are there individual loot now?
Okay, still alive. Ooh, nice cans. Very good. Oh, that guy's rare. Okay, he's probably the one that's making all the fiery stuff. I think we have more or less confirmed he is in fact the one making all the fiery stuffs.
He is. Ooh, this is a 4.
Ooh.
Yeah, years? Oh, wait. No, it's just my loot filter probably, right?
Oh, I meant to put on a loot filter. I still don't have one yet.
Yeah, it's just my loot filter. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not seeing all these things. Yeah, just the loot filter.
Loot filter for you. Lack thereof for me.
Yes. Yes.
Unique of some variety. Don't think I need more quarterstaves. You're using two-handed mace?
Yeah, but I don't think there's any for me either at this level.
Yeah,
Not
I don't know
sure.
if there's really anything. Regardless, tell you the truth, been all that helpful. But unique quarterstaff that I'm currently using, I think, is specifically just a simulacrum drop. Dark sand. I've not yet done the simulacrum. That was something that I purchased. Oh. Well, that's a bonus unique, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I've got one of those.
I don't think you can especially good. Oh, no, what it does is... Okay, this explains what happened previously as well. One of these was the drop for me. That war pick is specific to you. I'm not even allowed to pick it up. Up to you whether you want it, but...
Yeah. Take it apart and do a chaos shard or... No. What's it called again? Chaos shard? No, it's a chance shard.
I was gonna say, wait, hold on a second. What are these chaos shards? I would like to have a way to farm those.
No, I might get that mage blood.
That's true, you don't need a loot filter if you plan on picking everything up. That was the plan all along.
Yeah.
Although,
Smart.
it also probably means that getting a loot filter would help me to be more efficient and not pick everything up. Which is probably in my best interest, but...
Blasphemy.
Alright, says the guy who has the loot filter. Oh, hello, volatile.
Oh, there's the boss.
Give me just a
The
second to
boss.
hit some bells.
Yeah.
Just to ring my bell.
And again, we don't have to go do it now if you want to go do the other stuff first in case we die, right?
Oh, right, I see what you're saying. And now that we have established what happens, if
Yes.
that does happen,
Yes.
I see your point. So, does that mean that regardless of the circumstance, whenever you die in a map, everything despawns?
Bosses.
Just
Just on the bosses. From what I can tell so far, no, it's just bosses, yes.
And that is new, right? That definitely was not the case before. I don't think.
No, I think that's been around a couple.
Maybe
Like it might be new, i.e., like 0.4. Like
think they-
it might be new from last league.
They might have like removed all the bonus content, like other league mechanics, but I thought you could still respawn and reattempt the boss fight. I thought I remembered that happened.
Well, yeah, that's what we did. We did respawn and do the boss fight.
Oh, true. But then I thought that the basic enemies
But
would
the
be still
the
existing.
map being cleared, that's new to me. I've never seen that,
Yeah.
like the map being fully cleared before. I've gone back and like seen like yes, everything is all the mechanics are gone, but I've never seen a full map cleared
Yeah.
like that before.
I was not expecting to see that.
Me neither. Right over there.
Where's that?
One guy over here. Got him. There we go.
Ooh,
I gotta take a couple
we all
of
get
those.
exalts. Can't. I'd like to pick those up. Pick
I'll
those
take
up.
a chaos. The other ones are yours. So here, another big guy.
Unless this drops a mirror. Spoiler alert, it did not drop a mirror.
Still, okay, there's a hand. Found it. Found it. Hammer and handle. Wow.
One moment while I fight every other enemy.
Okay. Just taking out the yellows up here.
Here, let me give you a hand.
I am surprised to see you out here.
Aelith,
Okay,
it's
go.
been so long.
I think we're good.
Your timing is fortuitous. I need your aid.
What is the will of the dreamer?
Before us is the grasping hand of our enemy.
Yep, someone
The
to talk to.
Hiveborn's threat has intensified. Their numbers continue to grow, and they are intent on invading Rayclast. These are dire times.
How can I serve?
I admire your enthusiasm. Unfortunately, we must open their breaches to be able to drive them back. But it must be done. When you are ready, step forth and open the breach. Remember your training.
Okay. One moment, please. There we go. Oh, I just immediately tried to attack her. Ow. So then the bar for this one is again the timer, or does this have something to do
Alright,
with...
so the timer and kill bar, yes.
Oh, okay.
So
yes,
the
I
kill
see
bar
what
is going the
I'm
furthest.
bad spot.
Yeah, when it's stabilized, when we've killed enough and it stabilizes, things usually appear right next to the hand. So
Ah. Like, right here.
yeah.
Right where I was standing.
Wendy. Yeah, there you go. Ooh, another chaos war.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, those are adding up.
That should be your womb gift, right? Pick that up. Your innate gift.
Adding up. Oh no, that one's yours. Apparently, it won't let me pick that one up. Seems like whenever there's a league mechanic that has guaranteed drops of some variety, it more or less always makes sure that
What's it?
each player gets at least one of something.
Your training can continue from where you left off. As you know, the Keepers of the Flame are all that stand in the way of the Hiveborn consuming our world. The enemy left these behind. They are critical to our mission and will help us in the war ahead. Collect all that you find. But first...
Travel to the monastery.
On behalf of
Once
the
it
Keepers
loads.
of the Flame, I welcome you back to the monastery. It has changed somewhat since you left. Travel there. Then I can reveal more about our next steps.
If it is the dreamer's will to have me return, then so be it.
Excellent. Follow me.
Okie dokie. Okay, there are still some rares if we want. Suppose.
Yeah.
Potentially just this dude right in front of us?
Usually there's like yellow skulls, so I don't know why
Yeah.
they aren't showing up. Hmm.
Oh, the deal
Weird.
is there.
Weird. Where else have we not gone? Oh, hi.
Oh, Ushu. It's not a rare. String.
Like way back at the beginning? Question mark?
How'd you get down here? Where's the
The
stairs?
stairs
Oh, right
just
here.
below you. Okay, so
I
nothing
couldn't
over
tell, it was
here.
blending it.
Uh,
Yeah,
that's weird.
We don't have to back down the last one.
right, well, I'm going to teleport up to the top checkpoint then. And I'm at the boss. The boss. Oh, all the rare ones are dead. Actually, the check mark just showed up. They're all
Oh,
dead.
Well, thanks, game.
Weird.
Yeah.
Guess
Hey,
it was just
cool.
late showing up. Weird.
Oh, I totally forgot about the boss. To be honest with you. I was about to leave the map. So slow. Ow. Please don't do that.
Slow. Dodge, dive, dodge.
Don't mind me as I casually swim in the quicksand.
Oh, that's gonna hurt. Yeah, I saw that coming. Should be able to get him dazed again. There you go.
There. Oh, more uniques.
I don't even
I
see
carry
oh,
few possessions.
probably just
Never
because
got
I...
room for that.
Giant spear. Yeah. I don't need that.
Hit nab it if you want.
Nah, I'm good.
Oh, is there still the little tower at the end? Oh, I didn't click on that. Oops. 1 second. But yeah, there actually is something after the boss in those maps.
Yeah, if you want to get the map,
Can I help?
the map atlas point, so you might have to click on that thing that rises up.
I'll tend to the books.
Again, if it's one of those maps that gives you...
This tower is
Oh,
indeed
and that too.
precursor.
Right, this was the
We should
precursor.
activate
I
it
forgot.
and study
Ah.
the results.
Is that not reckless? This tower could do any number of things.
I'm making a judgment call. Do it.
Just do it.
Don't
Kids,
quit.
don't give in to peer pressure. What style of swimming would you be doing if you were casually swimming in quicksand? You're doing the sand stroke.
This is beyond my wildest expectations.
This fortress must have lain dormant for centuries. Are we sure we should be trifling with such things?
We are taking enormous risks, yes, but calculated ones. It is, as the Kalgurans might say, my style. Just imagine the knowledge that fortress contains. Understandably, but the potential reward is worth the risk. Find your way over there as soon as you can. Make haste.
It's just his style to make quote-unquote calculated risks. And by calculated,
Yeah.
he means no, absolutely no thought was put into this other than just that you're going to be the one taking all the risk, not me.
Yeah, it's great.
As long as you push the button.
Yeah. Go ahead, push it. I'm just gonna stand over here for a sec.
Actually, give me just a second. Step a few more pieces away. Okay, now we're good. determine if this is good enough to hold on to. Hey! Okay, I mean, I could start... Actually, none of these have dropped +1.
Oh.
But I could do a 3-for-1 or a few 3-for-1s in order to convert into tier 2 maps, just so we're up in the ante a little bit. To take a few more calculated risks.
Haven't been doing too bad. It's been a couple of times where we've been taking a little while to clear out yellows, but
Yeah, that's true. But I don't think one tier should make that big of a difference.
no, I don't think so.
Not at this stage. Just in case.
Oh, hypothetically, boss-wise, they should drop 2s now if we're in the 2s. So actually, just give me like a couple minutes. I just need to make a bunch of the washroom.
Chris? The sand stroke is related to heat stroke? No, that's a different Olympic event. Also, I was, in case people did not know / had not seen any of the teaser, trailer videos, whatever you want to call them, leading up to this expansion, the little cutscene of sorts that we saw that showed the fortress being unearthed, just rising up from the ground. That was one of the key cinematics that they used in at least one of those teaser trailers, and didn't really realize that that was going to be directly put into the game more or less entirely as is. But that seems to be the case. So on one hand, it was kind of cool, like, oh, I've seen this before. On the other hand, it was not as shocking because they also, in the teasers / patch notes, basically said, yeah, no, that's going to happen once you... Or at least I knew that the fortress area was going to be revealed once we went to the tower, so I was not shocked when we saw things starting to happen like that. Although, in a way, I feel like that probably would have been more impactful if it was coming as a surprise. Right, yeah, I feel like the surprise, there was no surprise factor for me in that way, and that's why I was being kind of coy about it before, but I did know that there was an important update that was going to happen upon doing the tower map, and so I knew, as I was alluding to, that it was technically suboptimal in many ways to delay going to that area, but I was kind of curious to see if it was going to affect the way that Doriani spoke to us. He was like, dude, I told you this thing is important. You've done every other possible thing. You've engaged with every other mechanic. Why do you refuse to acknowledge my instructions? But I was skeptical that we would get any such adjustment to Doriani's voice line, so I figured, okay, we'll just do it. But yeah, the other stuff, I remembered to an extent that they had said, oh, there are going to be a few more NPCs involved with some of the other mechanics, but didn't really know the specifics lore-wise or anything like that for how they would be integrated or how well that would potentially be done. I will say the fortress rising up out of the earth when we activated the tower, I guess it does make some sense, because as we were kind of mocking Doriani for earlier, we were invoking some ancient dark magics that we very much did not understand, and so any of a number of things could have happened. I guess that probably wouldn't, in a vacuum, without knowing what this expansion was about, that probably would not have been the first thing that I would have expected, so it might have been a little strange, but at the same time, it does make sense, I suppose.
I think they did pretty good with the writing and kind of incorporating things together.
I mean, given how in the past everything was, there's almost nothing tying the various pieces together into a cohesive narrative with like plot line, a set progression narratively. I mean, yes, I guess in a vacuum, each individual mechanic sort of did, but it didn't tie into the overarching narrative in any way, or maybe only in the slightest of ways. Whereas now it does feel much more cohesive, at least thus far, which I think was in many ways, the overarching intention, or at least sort of a side effect of the overarching intention of giving people more direction in endgame. So I think they've hit the mark in that way.
Yep, I agree.
All right.
So what's next?
I suppose in that case, I just don't like this map. It is the most efficient way, probably, but I don't like this map. We can do it, but I don't like it.
You could probably do the one next to it, couldn't you?
This one, it's good because, what is the hotkey for it? U. It's good because it gives us a way toward the gateway while at the same time going through the beast encounter that
the Great Balls
that Hilda wants us to do.
Good.
This one is Yama, is it not? And he can be a problem sometimes. And some of the base enemies, just the base enemies, at least in the campaign that show up in this area, are brutal with how hard they hit. And I think some of them may be guaranteed to show up in the map version. It's usually there's like one or two enemies that are guaranteed to show up in each map, or at least a pool of enemies from which you have one or two that are guaranteed to show up based on what is fitting for the location thematically. And then obviously most of the other stuff is randomized.
Or do you need a poison shard? There's one on the floor over there.
Oh, where is it? Oh, I think I'm okay. Welcome to take it if you'd like. And then I happen to have a bell right on top of it, which I teleported to, which really made it seem like I was not meaning what I just said. Oh, you're free to take it. One moment while I teleport directly in front of you at light speed just to steal it from you.
We're gonna follow the mist, or are we gonna let it go?
Sure. Is the rare? Yep, well,
no,
there he is.
That's different.
Owie. Maybe I've been distracted by all these guys. There we go.
There he is.
Let me actually attack it. That might help.
Attacking is good.
We went past the new league mechanic. I didn't see how many of the stars it had, how many tiers it had.
I think it was 3 again. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's 3. Stature, armor, scrap, blacksmith. Yeah.
Oh, you can even see what the options are. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's alright. We can carry on, I suppose. That's what I wish that it was. I mean, maybe this is just because we're still in low-level maps. But unfortunately, it does feel like there are a lot of those that it may just be most optimal to skip them outright. Which for the new league mechanic feels like, oh, I wish that wasn't the case.
Like, so with the changes that they've made, just with this last patch, The level 3 ones, the ones that have 3 runes, when you get to 10, is it 10? Tier 10 maps, you won't be getting level 3 runes anymore at all.
Okay, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like the point at which that happens, you probably could be justifiable to make it much earlier.
Yeah. Could be.
It's at least my first impression.
Could be.
Obviously, still in the early stages. Could be wrong.
Does it seem like my versus
that's-
runes aren't showing anymore? Shut something out. Sorry, my remnants don't seem to be showing up anymore, so I'm not collecting my guard as fast as or my ward as fast as I usually do. Just thought I shut it off for a second. I'm not sure what's going on. It's kind of weird. Maybe because I'm not getting as many kills.
Maybe I've been still stealing from you more?
Yeah, so I think if I go check it in a sec here, I have to actually kill the thing in order for the remnant to show. Yeah. Kind of why I'm not having all my empowered hits. Or I feel like I'm not having as many empowered hits as I usually do. Because my ward isn't coming back fast enough. I always kind of felt like ward didn't come back fast enough anyways, but something I'll have to look into, I think.
To be honest, I put ward on one of my items and that's it.
Yeah, I've got it on 2 skills, so it's noticeably slower.
Pay close attention for this one.
Should be able to... Oh. There we go. Dazed.
Even this phase can be kind of nasty.
Oh, one got me. It's the next phase where he, like, dodges out.
This one.
Yeah, this one.
Bottom left?
I never know where to go until the last second, yeah.
Yeah. Oops. With all my power charges, no.
Yeah, that was close. Oh no, this again? Wow. Come on, hit me out there, yeah. Ha. Here we go. And
There we go. Alright, what's up with his body? Does he usually look like that after you defeat him?
I don't remember him looking that. Nope.
What the heck?
He's looking a bit, like, burnt.
He's burnt, corrupted, something like that. He has a bunch of large purple spikes sticking out of him from
Yeah, I think that's
every
from
direction.
when we killed him, he was doing his purple spray, right?
Oh. Is
So
it
I
a
think
visual
that's
bug
the-
then?
Yeah, I think that's a visual.
Huh. Also, what? Is he standing? Is he sitting? Is he somewhere in between? I'm also confused about that.
Nice. Standing.
I don't really know what he's doing right now. Have we done everything? Oh, right, we skipped the Parisium.
Yeah.
That's
If you want to
fine.
go back for it, it shouldn't be hard to do.
I think that's okay.
Alright, what do we got on here? Rarity and mana are the two things that show up on this armor. No!
Blah.
Can I help?
I don't even want to do anything with it. Okay, I'll throw one thing on it. Armor also applies to elemental damage. I mean, no. Just that.
I thought I heard at one point some people were speaking highly of that stat, but have not
Sure,
really
if you
tested out much.
If you like, invest into it, but I'm not doing that. That's not. Oh, excuse me. Oh, sorry. I'm not sure if that mutes or not, to be honest. I don't think it did. Yeah, I'm not doing elemental damage yet, really, so.
Oh wait, doesn't it? It's defensive though, right? It blocks or it reduces the elemental damage you take based on your armor rating, doesn't it? Or am I thinking about the wrong stat? Maybe you said something totally different and my brain just auto-completed to that.
Oh, I was thinking that it's something else. I was thinking as an additive to elemental damage that you're doing, like your armor applies to elemental damage that you do, not that you take.
If you have a lot of armor, it could be worth considering.
Yeah, you can go over 100% even, I think.
Yeah, I don't know how the math works for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just-
Format says you can get over 100 armor applied. You don't
Okay.
know.
I'll have to think about that then. Maybe I will look for some more of those.
I'd like to see the equation for how the math works on that stuff to better understand it. I really looked into it in that level of detail.
Me either.
Alright, so this one is theoretically the one with the Great Beast. We must slay to earn Hilda's favor. And is it just... Hold on. Is the Great Beast icon a kiwi? Is it... It's a little hard to tell. No, it's probably a Roa. But when it's this small, not gonna lie, the first thing I saw there was that it looked like a kiwi to me, which would be a kind of clever nod, of course, what with PGG being from New Zealand and there being various kiwi MTXs and whatnot. So the kiwi holds a special place in Path of Exile, but I don't think that's what that is. Great Beast.
You know what? Since that item is like such a high level, I think I'm just gonna quickly craft it here.
You are gonna do it?
Yeah, I'm just gonna use it for the time being. Oh, the corrupted spirit. Damn it, I forgot to... Oh, well, whatever. It gives me an extra 21 spirit at least.
Oh. Be useful.
And luckily, 72 cold, so I guess I could throw a cold rune in there just in case.
Where is it? Throw this on some of these guys. Oh wait, no.
Alright. Good to go.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I should look at that too now that I think about it. Ding, ding, ding. Mercium and Will. Already done it on all the things. Yeah.
I don't remember Arid Plains, not by name at least. The one with the Rust King?
Wait, I have 78 spirit available? Wow.
78 remaining?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
You could do something with that.
I'd have to.
That looks like a place where I don't want to stand. And yet, my teleporting killing palm nearly took me to that exact spot.
Oh. Ooh.
Ooh, that's a big one.
Okay, 3 there, 4 there.
One moment while we clear out some of the guys around here first, I think.
Oh, that's a 4 there too. Well, I got 2 4s.
Oh yeah, wow.
So.
That's up right here. Let's see. Rune of Symbiosis. The recharge rate for reward. I've seen that one before. This is the one I've taken several times, I think. I don't know if I've taken this one. I'll do that. Oh, but then for these ones... Okay, I've seen this a few times where there's an undiscovered recipe that says I need to discover it in Act 2. Do you know what that means?
So there's an area. Open up your map for a second. In Act 2, it's... Oh, what's it called now? I think it's the bottom left. Or no, just far left. I don't actually see it on your screen right now.
Oh, it's like one of those locations where you have the little palace place that you go with him.
Yeah.
Or whatever you want to call it, the dungeon that you go in with him.
It's between the Vestiri outskirts and the Modwin Quarry, so on the left-hand side there. Yeah, right in there. It's called Skull of the Titan. So I'm guessing there's probably something else in another area that you had to talk to him in that you didn't.
Yeah. I'd just rather not have to go to every single zone to figure out which one that is.
So if you go into the zone, he should show up like right next to you, like at the checkpoint. And if he does an action where he like takes his his tuning fork and like points to an area, that might be an indicator you can use as to whether or not there's something there you have to find, which will be a rune and or that place. I just can't remember which one it is.
Yeah,
you might have to go into a couple of them just to see if he shows up.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. He shows up at the beginning, so maybe that's not so bad. And it seems like generally it's just one of the 3 rune recipes, which I assume isn't a particularly good one, so I don't think I'm missing out on anything fantastic, unless that's like one divine. But
Okay, so wow, you've got so many different runes than I do. Oh, that's the 4 rune one. Never mind. I'll take a good 3 rune. You're at the 3 rune at the top. Which one are you looking at right now?
Or do you have some here that you haven't gotten yet?
No, I'm just trying to see if we're different. If my selections are different than yours.
Yeah. Do you see what the bottom one is on this side?
Yes, so it's called Adaptive Alloy. You'll need that for one of the completions if you're going to try and do
okay. That's like one of the alternatives to Verizium?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really have much of those yet.
Yeah, so Adaptive Alloy is staff gains, damages extra fire, wand gains, damages extra fire, all while you're missing a runic ward. Scepter, surpassing chance for Puppet Master stack. And gloves increase attack speed while missing runic ward. Okay. Interesting.
You actually need to hit the stones with your explosives?
Yes.
You do? Okay.
They highlight if they're in the circle,
Yeah.
so like everything else, it shouldn't be too hard to.
What else over here? Seemingly not really. Oh, did I get that guy yet? I don't know if I did. There we go. Let's ring our bell. Hell's bells. Insert whatever bell reference you prefer, and then we blow stuff up. Oh, okay. I was not prepared for that delay.
We didn't get the one at the top. It disappeared.
Oh, what? Excuse me. I absolutely placed the line there. What the heck?
I guess it must have been just at the edge of the circle or something. I've done that before where I thought it was highlighted and it wasn't. And there and then that.
I feel like there were some of them that I got more than once.
Hilarious. Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, wait, that's a sheep right as I'm about to naturally. Oh, it's just delayed. Okay, that's why.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, surely it didn't just completely ignore half of the explosives that I put down. That feels like that's a little ridiculous.
So they did put in a delay with 0.5. It doesn't actually just go from one to the next to the next. It waits for you to clear and then it will open up.
There we go. Okay. Ooh, that's bad. I don't recognize this though, I don't think.
A new iron buckler. Nice.
What is this?
Yeah. You. Oh, a white fine belt up here. It gives blast gain charges. It's got 2 charm slots, so might be worth crafting on.
Second? What is this guy?
Blood barrier.
Chaos rings. Inflict corrupted blood for 5 seconds on block, dealing 50% of your maximum life as physical damage per second? That's a lot of damage.
That could be interesting.
Unfortunately, it's a level 16 base, but power that
But
guy up.
upgradable. Like,
Yeah.
you can do the Versium thing with that.
For Thorns-based builds, that could be quite interesting.
Nice dowsing charm. Let's go.
Feel free to nab whatever you want there.
Is there something still alive?
There's some basic enemies.
No, I just... Did you... Oh, you do have the chest here on this one that you can...
Oh, there's also
Yeah.
a spirit. Just saw over there.
Oh, missed.
Oh, nope, that's already dead. Oh, this guy's rare. Not what the spirit's going for? Not what the spirit's going for.
Oh, this right here is just kind of stopped.
Oh. Admittedly,
Oh,
I did end up going in the wrong direction, but...
He stopped. He disappeared.
Ow.
Yeah, so my Aberrasium is not coming back as fast. I wonder if there's something else I could do. Probably have to use a rune or one of those allies.
This guy's rare.
I carry few possessions.
That helmet could be worth taking a look at right there. You were saying you're in need of one.
Yeah, it's armor and energy shield though. Not I really want just
Pure is really what you need.
armor. Yeah. Oh, there's the boss. This in here. Oh, we still haven't found the actual Aberrasium thing.
Oh wow, that's separate.
Yep. Yeah, because that was expedition that we did, that you did, right?
Yeah,
oh, here it
I
is.
guess so.
Here it
I
is.
just assumed they
What
were
did I need?
counted as
The
being
3. Yeah, the 3.
Oh. Sure, I guess. Bump it up to 16. I don't think I have everything at that threshold yet. Oh, this is a bad place to find myself. One for you, and one for me.
Nice. So missing a rare, aren't we?
Feel like we didn't really get this corner. Oh dear. Ow. Help! I've fallen and I cannot get up.
Oh, this guy, maybe. Juggernaut, please.
Ooh, that? Is that a lower base though? The strength number on it was lower than I expected it to be.
Let's see. Might still be what he's looking at. I got over here.
There we go.
There we go.
Nice. Shall we boss it up?
Yeah.
Remember, this is theoretically the super beast, or whatever that's worth. Great beast. Ah, there are 2 of them. I should have known.
Yes.
Pick a wonderful map on which to do this.
Well, we didn't really pick it. We kind of picked us. Oh, he's gonna smash. Swinging in the sand like.
Ow.
This thing should be days right there.
Oh, it's so slow.
Or both days.
Ow. It's convenient when they're right next to each other, I guess, but also be careful.
Yep, alright. So Are you able to get out at the last second there? No, stays together.
There we go. Well done.
Nice work. You've done a fine job.
Oh yeah, we got that
Dare
one
I
yet.
say, this beast looks even more formidable
Ungles.
than last I saw it. Well, you've earned your trophy hunter badge today.
180%
that's for
increased
sure.
critical hit chance.
Now,
Yeah, at a
here's
cost
another
though,
challenge.
right?
Yeah.
You might
No
not like
thanks.
this one.
Or
Only
crit
one way to
damage.
find out.
But
Consider it dead.
Good luck, trophy hunter.
Quite possibly the single worst item in the game for me.
yeah, pretty much.
That and the 0% crit weapons, although those might actually be better. I think they are
and-
objectively.
Yeah, because they'll have such a high fizz damage, right?
And
And
I
then you
think
get
I
auto
may
crit.
still be able to crit the bells even with that weapon, whereas crits don't matter if you don't have any crit multi, or at least in my case.
Yeah, but can you actually get the bells to do enough damage though? Like,
Well, if I have
That's
other
gonna be the question.
on-crit effects, then it may be okay. I'm not there yet, but I may eventually be.
so like a cast on crit, so you trigger something else?
Yeah,
No, that might be.
you may recall a particular
interesting.
item that was added recently to the game that I was highlighting. I think I pointed it out as we were seeing the various teasers.
Mhm.
I do have my eye on it.
Nice. Could be fun.
Can
could
I
be
help?
fun. Yeah.
Much like how I have my eye on, I recently just saw, it's not the first time I've seen one of these, but cannons as a base weapon type, or well, it counts as a crossbow, but it's called a cannon, and it looks
Yeah.
like a gun,
That's my
which is
first
rather alarming.
Yeah, I'm doing grenades on my it's my first character. It's definitely been fun. Alright, well, the problem with this armor is that I don't have spirit or resistances on it, and it's already got 3. Alright, damn it, Kings.
Oh, right. Atlas Masters point available. This is what we saw popping up there for a second with Hilda. So, we have 1 point we can use for Hilda. Either have 25% increased rare monsters. Rare monsters have 25% increased chance of monster modifiers. So there's more of them and they're more powerful. 25% chance to upgrade map bosses to powerful map bosses, making them stronger, but also meaning they can drop +1 maps, right? Increased number of runic monster markers, increased number of rare expedition markers. I don't know which one of these. Early on, technically, the powerful map boss is probably best to expedite improving the map pool. If we're trying to be optimal about it. Although I believe you can reallocate whenever you want for free, which is nice. Did she point us toward another location of some significance? I don't remember.
I think she did. Maybe if you can't find it, you could probably go back to her
Do this?
little perch.
No,
Oh, that's
a
Carrot
ritual.
Tower, right? Yeah. It'll be another icon like the Kiwi.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's alright. We'll find those things as time goes on. Okay. And thinking we make our way toward the gateway, of course. Maybe throw some stuff in there. Oh, did we? Hold on a second. Did that boss drop a map? Excuse
Yeah,
me.
two tier 2s. It dropped 2 tier 2s, if I remember correctly.
It did? Oh, okay. I just didn't notice.
Or was that last mob boss? I'm not even sure. Could have been last mob boss. I Got two tier 2s on me if you need them.
I will make use of this. Go.
Unfortunately, does not have its dedicated place to put it.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Throw one of these guys in. Monster accuracy rating. One stat we have here. Three Elder Max. Okay, well, that's delirium stuff. As
yeah.
be reinforced by the delirium icon there, and that.
No, no, I will not cut their throats. They are but babes.
Are you all right?
The only judgment I face is that of the spirit. The Winter Owl sees me for who I am.
Judgment? What do you mean?
So can you even activate the mirror without speaking to him?
The first time, I'm not sure. I always talk to him, so I never really checked. So I think because we failed the last time, that's why he's here again.
Oh, I see.
Right.
Are we going in the opposite direction that it technically wants us to go in? I think we might be.
I have no idea. I didn't
Oh,
even
now
look at
it's same. Just have to follow the winds of change.
Gotta admit, I do kind of try to clear as much as I can, even when I'm trying to follow it.
Right.
So sometimes I go off to the side when I probably shouldn't. Yeah, which way do we go? Do we go down or up? Looks like we go up.
Ow.
Yeah,
Rare.
looks like we go up.
Necromancer here. Just bullying me.
Oh.
Repeatedly.
For some reason, I just couldn't get to him. I was stuck on the wooden thing for like ages. Whatever that thing is in the middle. I find that happens quite a lot. I'm not sure why. It's like doors or edges of things. My character just stops.
Ow, ow. And then I did it in the wrong direction as well.
Go up to here. Sure.
Well, that's not gonna be. Ooh, that there's really good.
I think there's like a circle that happens here, so if I go this way and you go the other way, might get some more clearing done.
Does the delirium have a stabilizing effect, like with the breach at all?
So you kind of have to invest in delirium to really get the I'm gonna call it the end prize. I'm not sure if it's
Oh, I'm dead.
just a sec. Probably revive you. Yeah. Oh, reviving.
Thank you.
Yep.
I'm slamming when there's nothing to slam. I'm gonna
Why
waste
are
all my
we
power
going-
charges.
Okay, so we might have to go like back and up. Not sure why.
Winds seem to be pointing in this direction.
Yeah.
Whatever that's supposed to be going on.
Oh, there's a 5 Parisium thing back there.
Okay, well that's nice.
Oh, we don't have to do it now. Is there an end game thing up here? Or a boss up here?
Might be in this corner.
Kind of what we're looking for now, because we're so close to the end. Looks like it. Kind of looks like we should be getting it. To a boss. This here. Thank you. A divine orb.
Ooh, divine?
Yep.
Very nice. Oh, the boss is over here.
Yep, coming. Can I get around this way too? Yep. I can. Should probably try and see if we can do the climb. Oh. Yeah, at the last second. Just stun.
That's not where I want to say. And then she dodged me nonetheless. Very good.
He's a dodgy character.
Oh, don't try according to that. Oh, my game has frozen. I don't know if yours has.
Nope. That's the one. Just dodging her. You're kind of standing in the center or in the corner, so she's not attacking.
I'm trying to
her.
hide into a corner, theoretically.
Oh, there she goes. She went after you.
I'm trying to move. I'll press the blast button.
Yep, what's flask? Yep. Come on, get out of the corner there. She's after me. Over here. No, she still likes you.
I'm still very frozen.
Flask if you can. Okay.
I'm no longer frozen, but the screen is invisible.
It's probably just loading. You're moving around now, at least.
Okay. I'm back. In full.
Okay.
I'm amazed that I did not die. And I appreciate whatever assistance you may have provided during that period.
Oh, stunned. Damn it. Oh, this thing is kind of annoying. I not have it this one. Oh, sorry. I hate your things.
I'm spending most of the time just hitting my bells, in case you couldn't tell.
Well, that's how you build up your thing, so I get it.
It just takes me a little while to power up.
Oh. This is your path.
There we go.
No.
In a maze.
Oh.
Rats in a maze. And that's just fine. Let it run out. I don't think we can do anything else. So apparently at this point, like since everything is done, there should be something dropping here. Like
You have to speak to Elder Maddox first. He just poured it in for me.
Thank you.
Nice.
I know not where I was, You
but
saved me
apparently,
from
like, you
utter
have to actually do the
madness.
tree
It
to
is an
actually
honor,
get that stuff to
Elder.
drop.
Are
Just
you
say
well
that.
enough to talk?
Yes, I'm all right. But I bring grim news. The Winter Owl spoke to me. His enemy returns. The Raven Trickster. He of many names and many faces.
I regret to say that I had a hand in freeing him.
I am probably best not to ask how. I suppose it was only a matter of time. With the land now tormented, his power will only grow. He must be stopped.
Then stop him we shall.
Your aid would be most welcome. I'm retracing the Raven Trickster's tale, the Raven and the Hare. Not all the elders believe it is a true retelling of his story, but I believe it, because I have seen where it took place. Good. Meet me there.
Location discovered. Is this one of the spots that I...
We must go to
We may have
that
already seen this,
original
basically,
site. There,
by accident.
the Winter Owl will reveal more to us. I know it.
If this owl has wisdom to share, I would gladly hear it.
Okay. So yeah, no drops, but as you said, that's...
Yeah,
because you need
it
to
kind of
invest.
seems like you have to invest in the tree before it gives you anything.
Seems kind of
substantial.
silly that it doesn't give
Yeah,
you
it's-
anything until you do that.
It is. It's really weird to me. Oh, this mist is still alive? What?
I was just waiting patiently for us to fight the boss.
Apparently.
And teleport
Like,
backwards.
I mean, are you in a
Uh,
being
uh,
levels for it to
oh my God.
possess?
Oh, is it gonna take us back to the spot where
Probably
we
go
have
all
the...
the way back.
Oh my gosh. I mean,
That
at
might
this point, I
actually-
feel like
yeah, we gotta go back anyways for the Verisium, right? Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
sword. Yoink. I mean, he kind of helps us clear the map if he's gonna bring us to the yellow. Oh, there he is. Oh, maybe not. Oh, wait, he's down here. Oh, I see the skull now. Look at that. One, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I don't remember if any of these are ones I've yet to see.
Well, take something that looks interesting.
I think I've taken several of these, but I'm gonna do it anyway. There's a bear over there. Does not look friendly. Chains metal. I don't really want to get caught in that. He's painfully slow. Oh, nice. But wait, there's more. There's gonna be a lot of rounds. with this
Indeed
one.
get harder as...
Oh,
Hey, there we go. Hey, I got a ring too.
get two of these. Yeah.
Oh, did I have that one? Oh, I've got one, yeah. The minion one, so yeah, not surprising if I don't have it.
Go on.
Death Rush.
See, this wouldn't be bad if it got another Visceral. It still wouldn't be amazing, but it would be decent for an Amazon.
Have an order?
I don't mean to pick that up. Ooh, that's not terrible either.
Thanks for the chat.
I don't know that it's beating anything that I have, though. I don't think. This is now extra energy shield on enemies.
Yeah, that should be fun. Gotta admit, loading times have been pretty good for these maps. Just when they crash.
Well, just not for in the middle of boss fights, though.
Yeah, the crashes are different, though. But I mean, like, when you're just loading in, like, when we used to do group stuff, it would be like, for me anyways, it'd be like 10 or 15 seconds sometimes, just loading into the map itself. Oh, sorry, I'm just kind of running around in random ways.
Oh, why did I think that was you? I was like, oh, that's cool, Jer. How did you get that big fire shield?
Red.
I didn't remember you having that. That's a nice addition to your build.
Yeah. Oops. Shall we do the runes since we're here? It's a 4. It's got 2 Chaos Orbs and a Greater Jeweler's Orb to me.
Helmet. Likewise. I think the Chaos is worth a fair bit more. As part of this encounter, I don't think they are. You definitely are, though. There we go.
I got a Greater Jeweler's Orb. Nice.
What was it? A greater what?
Greater Jeweler's Orb?
Oh, nice. So we get both.
Probably.
Basically, I don't know if that's coincidence, but that was the other option.
Yeah.
It is kind of funny if you have a group of people and everyone can see the options and you're fighting over which one you think is best, and, well, it's a different way to split things up. It's okay to disagree.
Oh, we're at the top of the map on this side.
There you go.
That's weird. That guy's name always showed, or the yellow mob's name showed up when I was like hovering over the outside of the map. Weird.
boss? Oh no, I really thought it was going to be. Phew.
Checkpoint. Okay, he's up there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sec. I can run our way in. Do we want to do it now, or yeah, we.
There's
done
only
all the
rares
big
left,
stuff, right?
so
Yeah.
This didn't spawn much in the way of random juice.
Okay, so what did we learn about this particular boss fight, Jer?
Don't both of us get killed at the same time.
Especially on this phase right here. So about that.
I rolled right into it too. I'm surprised I didn't die. Oh my god, I should have totally died there.
Oh
I
dear.
rolled right into it. I was. Oh, that was terrible.
No.
Oh, I'm surprised he's not. He's halfway.
Is it a third?
There he goes. Oh, you're dead. I cannot revive you. Okay, can't revive in boss fights.
Perhaps. Even when he's moving for the next phase?
Nope.
That's
It still
unfortunate.
says can't revive. Interesting.
Yes, the boss fight is still ongoing, so it does make sense.
Oh, I totally dodged that. What are you talking about? Oh.
Nice. What is your regen?
My health regen?
Or maybe it was a flask. I'm in spectator mode, so I saw you took some damage and then your health went up really quickly, but that was probably
Yeah, it
just
was
you flasking.
Yeah, I was just flasking. Yeah. I don't have much in the way of regen. I think it's only like 5% or something.
Yeah, 5% is definitely still something. So now does it say... Well, it still says 50 monsters remaining, so what happened last time?
So both of us didn't die this time, right?
Oh,
so there was
true,
still
true.
somebody alive, so it didn't reset.
Okay, that makes
I would
sense.
assume. Do you want to go back and look for a rare? I'm
That's
not sure.
fine.
I must maintain a fine balance.
Yeah.
What is it? Choose what you need.
Didn't seem like a particularly well-juiced map.
This isn't bad for a
As expected.
iron ring. But
Any good?
we need to roll like 2 resistances on it, and there is 2 suffixes open. It would actually be better than one of the ones that I'm wearing if that did roll. So let's see. Roll on the dice. First, before I do that, can I do... you know what? I'm going to try desecrating it first. Nope, too high up. No, I don't have the higher desecrate. Okay, never mind. I'll put dexterity. Dang it. And then life per enemy killed.
Check. Haven't have any
when I
What are you looking for on a ring?
I'm not it's not like I have terrible rings, it's just I'm looking for upgrades, right? So like I've got a fire resistance ring that also has fire and lightning resistance plus some damage. So I'm like,
okay,
you know,
in decent numbers.
Yeah. Like if there's like physical damage that'll up my damage and then 2 resistances on it, then I'd probably be interested in it.
Probably
but they'd
isn't
have to be
quite good enough for you, but
they'd have to be pretty special, yeah. Because these are actually, now that I'm looking at them, they're pretty good.
pretty low rolls. But let me know if you want that.
Yeah, no, too low. The lowest one I have right now is like 23, 223s.
Yeah.
And then the other one's 230 res. Yeah.
Alright. I'm thinking if you're up for it, maybe we go for one more and that would get us to the ancient gateway.
Yeah, you might actually just be able to go there right now.
Yeah, it
Just
looks like that's
put it
not
out.
even a map itself. Oh.
It might be just another one of those ones that you need to just...
But it does
do
have me
hit
put a map
clear.
in. I don't think it did that for the other
Okay.
ones.
No, well, for the precursor tower it did. Remember, we had to kind of run through a
Oh,
map.
true. So maybe it's like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's check it
Yeah,
out.
you just can't boost it, right? So you can't put tablets in.
Hmm.
And I don't think, like, level-wise it really matters, like T1, T2, whatever. It's just like a...
Oh, this has Burning Ground.
Nah.
In case you
Yeah,
heard that.
I see that.
That's the one thing that's happening.
Reminds me, do I have a fire thing? Actually, I
Oh.
think- Oh, yeah. Oh,
That's
yeah.
Send.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh. Right.
You separated now?
Apparently each one of us had to click it to do our own.
Oh. You just took an extra second or two, and then you teleported in behind me. Okay.
Yeah, I had to actually click ascend. Also.
See those?
Perhaps this lever will grant
Pull the lever. Oh. Wrong lever.
Okay.
I did see some spots here that looked like
Door.
it might have had, yeah, some openings. Okay, okay. I see.
Not sure why I took so much damage from those guys, but okay.
And this feels like a quote-unquote dungeon. What is that? Petrosphere. Apparently it has a stone cuirass in it.
Loot. Superior warded hell. I'll do it.
Oh, ooh, those are enemies. I knew that.
Pretty.
Stand up.
Oh, checkpoint. So,
Now oh, there's this guy. That's where the rare is.
there it is.
Ooh, I don't know what that enemy was behind me, but it looks like it has some pretty nasty moves. Maybe it was just those phone-looking guys that I just never saw what they had attacked with before. Close.
Almost there. Not far now.
No, I want the Petrosphere. I also want all the dead ends, apparently. The ones that you probably just walked into and confirmed were dead ends, and yet I still continue to walk in them myself nonetheless.
I mean, not a bad thing to double check.
Suppose so. Then I'll just block you in while I'm at it.
I think that we probably want to go with this. Question mark? Oh, no, probably the other way.
Oh, wow. That looks like a dead end. And yet it was not.
Yeah.
Let's not have 11.
Ah, that's all they shot.
Alright. Pull the lever with a belt, perhaps? Look, I'm just saying, from a physics standpoint, if I were to hit a bell in this direction, it would
break
also,
the mechanism?
Well, oh, never mind. The lever has to go in this direction. I take it back. I was going the wrong way. It's you pull the lever, not push the lever. Duh. Right, so what is this all about? Hey, Doriani, care to explain?
The energy here is immense.
Yeah, hold on. What are the decorations we're working with here? Possessed Medusa, who also may or may not be in flames. And then everything else is in flames. Okay, you know, that's not foreboding at all.
Do you recognize it?
It depicts the fortress under siege.
It'll be fine.
But what force could possibly threaten a bastion such
Yeah,
as
I'm
this?
seeing like
Now,
a lot of
we
things
must
killing.
investigate further.
I'm guessing.
Remain calm.
See, when Doriani says remain calm, that's the opposite of what I would do in that situation. Got 8 jewels between cash rewards for your witch, and none of them are sapphires. Well, are you familiar with the diamond recipe? One moment though, because I think I might need to pay attention right now. What the heck is happening? Excuse me?
Back here! Hey!
He
want that.
gets to ride that thing?
I want that! Give me that!
Fate conspires against us.
Dragon MTX incoming.
Have we made a
Right.
grave mistake? We have no choice but to press on. But let us do so with extreme caution.
Yeah, Doriani, I didn't know extreme caution were words in your dictionary.
You think?
Not think that was in the Doriani vernacular. Would need sapphires to make them. I might have some sapphires lying around I could lend you.
Yeah.
If I lend you,
Oh,
I'll
that's
give you.
The gate
makes
is open,
sense.
and it seems the
The
ley lines
gate
within
is
the
open.
fortress are even more powerful than the ones outside. I will calibrate the way gate to these resonances. Perhaps we can use this new power to our advantage.
A column of flame erupts from the monolith. What could that mean?
That flame, that tower, they must be what this mural depicts. I have a bad feeling about this. You must reach that monolith as soon as possible.
Kinda, I guess.
I doubt whatever is about to happen will be good for us.
Oh, thanks, Doriani. Yeah, that sounds like a great reason to get there as soon as possible. You really justified your reason.
Right?
Strong argument. This thing is going to absolutely ruin your life. Go do it as quickly as you can.
And you should do it. I'm gonna go stand over here. That's funny.
Choose what you need. Time is of the essence.
It's a rather small map when it comes to the number of enemies. I think I was lagging behind a little bit, but even still.
Yeah. So I'm just kind of thinking like those tower ones are just like filler. They're not an actual
I have reports of a powerful
like
foe
mechanic-driven map,
Not
like
exactly
we used to.
the welcome into the fortress I was hoping
something
for.
to move the quest line.
Yeah, it's more for
But
plot
we
progression
must not let
purposes.
this stop us exploring the fortress further. Take them
So
down.
I'm kind of thinking I'll just keep on throwing tier 1s in there.
Yeah. Okay, so these are the new map spots inside the fortress. And they have that little icon.
Okay, so that icon on the bottom is
I think I know what it means, so but because I watched the teaser trailers and whatnot.
Well, yeah, you can just open the first one there, and I'm pretty sure it'll just
Oh, there you go. Yep.
Over it, and it'll say
grants Atlas passive points on completion 1.
Yeah.
So the areas are more difficult than usual.
No, they're just the regular. They have more things, but you can still put like tier 1, tier 2, like whatever tier map in it, right?
And they give you the extra rewards, of course, because of the Atlas passive point, which of course did exist in the old end game system, but it previously required seeking out a bunch of the corrupted zones, which were randomly distributed, and sometimes you could get very unlucky and go a very long time without finding one. I'm definitely not speaking from experience. And progressively do it of higher tier maps. In the old system, that is. And then, of course, the Burning Monolith did also exist in the past as well, but now, rather than just being a random huge tower oddly close to the starting area, but at the same time also just kind of in the middle of nowhere, now it feels like it is a little more fitting for there to be a big place in the middle of the fortress, a keep. What time is it? It's almost okay.
Yeah, I think it's about time for me to call it.
Yeah, likewise. Yeah, but there we go. So that is a look at the new end game, and there are certainly still more aspects that we either haven't explored at all or that we can explore further. We just dipped our toe in the water today, but definitely early impression is that I think they achieved their goal of making it, yes, a little more structured, but not in an excessively hand-holdy kind of way, because I know sometimes that's something that can be frustrating if the game doesn't really let you do what you want to do. I mean, you could still go off and do whatever you want here. You don't have to target the ones that they point out to you, even when they they say, hey, this is the thing that I want you to do. As I was saying, I was tempted to just ignore Doriani for a little while. But if you are looking for direction in Endgame, then it just gives you a little push in a few different directions.
Yep. And you can even see, like, on the edge there, you've still got the red stuff. The chaos is kind of forming down in the bottom right, and I think you could even zoom.
Is it? Yeah, is there a better way to...
So there's some... No, You could just kind of see it on the edge there.
Various things in a multitude of different directions. And it seems like, you know, I mean, as you can see, you don't have to go that far in any direction to find something. So it's hard to go wrong in that way. You're not going to venture out blindly and find nothing for an extended period of time, which definitely was possible before this update. So that probably just improves the consistency of players' experiences, especially for new players who might not otherwise know what they ought to be seeking out, if anything. And then they do tie it together from a narrative standpoint. You know, I probably would need to listen to more of those conversations to figure out just how good they seem to be. Admittedly, I was not paying the closest of attention tonight, but at least in theory, it seems like an interesting idea. And as for how the actual progression itself goes from a gameplay standpoint, obviously it's kind of too early to say in that regard, but you can see that they're setting some interesting foundations, so that looks like a good early indicator. Hopefully, that's a sign of more good things to come.
Yeah. I do like how they point out the different mechanics and give you a quest line to go and look at them. So
yeah, even in the campaign, it feels like they make a little more of a deliberate point of introducing the mechanics at various points, and so it feels less like just random things that you stumble across with little to no explanation, and that trend sort of continues here in Endgame as well. So overall, especially if you think about how this is still an early access game that is preparing for its full release, and at that point in time there will probably be a multitude of new players who may have zero experience with Path of Exile 2, may have zero experience with Path of Exile 1 as well. Those are the kinds of things that will be very helpful.
I do see on the right-hand side there that you have a quest called the Grand Expedition. It says return to the Ziggurat Refuge. You might want to do that. Go and talk to somebody there.
Okay.
Because that'll open up another thing that you don't have open yet.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, I do it from here?
I
guess
think
so.
if you go to enter... Okay, that's
well, now you know.
I totally forgot. Yeah. I'm not sure if it'll... For me, it didn't have, actually, the icon to talk to anybody, so I can't try to remember who you might actually have to talk to. Oh, it looks like you do have an icon.
Apparently it's Pharaoh.
I've been thinking. We ought to go check on our Kalguran friends.
Oh. I didn't know our Kalguran friends were a couple of spinning gears.
Oh, okay, so I crashed here the last time I tried to do this. Hopefully in the patch notes it said that this was fixed. So hopefully you're good.
Well, we shall see.
Loading.
This has definitely been, this right here and other times opening up the Atlas have in general been the things that have taken the longest for me to load.
Grinding gears, I mean, cars, gears, maybe?
Car expansion when? I mean, we have guns, I'm just saying. At this point, it's not that far away.
You should. I mean, when I had this issue, I just X'd out of it.
Yeah, you know, that's probably not a bad idea.
I'm worried what might have happened to Kingsmarch in all this chaos. I'm going to head south and check for myself.
So...
I'll meet you there.
That was the ruins of Kingsmarch. Uh-oh.
Yeah, so if you go back to your...
On the endgame map, or actually for Kingsmarch?
Yeah. And you zoom down to the bottom right.
I'm worried what might have happened to Kingsmarch in all this chaos.
There you go.
I'm going to head south and check for myself.
So, and this is another part that's new, right?
Okay.
Now you can travel out to to the sea and do a bunch of little islands.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So yeah, admittedly, as I had said a few times at the beginning of this stream today, I had deliberately held back from doing any new stuff off stream. So we have opened up a few new things. But there are several more. There are a lot more, of course, that we did not end up getting around to today. Not entirely sure where I ought to draw the line in terms of what I am and am not allowed to do for this upcoming week in between streams. But I mean, I guess I could probably do just standard maps as long as they don't go toward any of the particular locations, right?
In my head, like getting the Atlas points is probably pretty basic.
As in, like, getting to these spots that are not maps, but...
No, going inside
the Atlas
fortress, like
passive
getting the
points here.
Atlas point. Yeah.
Okay.
Like if you don't do any, like if you don't go to the Flaming Tower, if you just do a bunch of the maps that are in that space, then you'll get Atlas points and be able to start doing that. You know, it's not a huge thing. It'll just get you used to all the different maps and you know, the different things that you can find randomly. That'd be a good way to progress offline, I think.
Yeah, and clearing the points around the key areas may give some points for those things, which may or may not be something that I ought to do.
True, that might be a good idea. I mean, you can save most of the conversations that you might have at those areas for when you're online.
I don't know how I want to approach that. The very least, I can... Well, I suppose, actually, the safest thing to do, maybe, possibly, is to just join public lobbies with other people hosting their own maps, and then I'm not messing it all with my own atlas. That might be the answer. But I might accidentally stumble across some important things if I'm not careful, so I don't know.
Yeah, it could get a little spoilery, eh?
So it's a potentially tricky path to walk there, but I think they're between doing stuff in here, which apparently is not super spoilery, and maybe just doing a few of the maps that are in and around this starting area here. Oh, and is this the second beast? I think this is the second beast, and we did initiate that process with the beast slaying, so maybe that's okay.
Waystone tier 5, though.
True.
We'd have to work up to that.
What, you don't think I can do Waystone tier 5 after being clobbered by the Crowbell repeatedly? Just as long as the Crowbell isn't there, I'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly.
But as soon as he shows up, I am running in the opposite direction.
Run, Forrest, run.
No, I'm gonna have to break out the Crowbell pet, and that'll be my constant reminder.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot they had those pets. I never did get one. All right, man. Have a good night.
You too.
Talk to
Catch you later, Jer.
GG's.
GG's. Alright, well, with all that being said, I think it does make sense for us to wrap things up here. And I think we did get a good little taste. We dipped our toe in the water for the new end game, and there's still a lot more to learn. It's going to be a little bit tricky for me to continue doing a little bit of progression off stream while at the same time, so that we, don't fall even further behind than we already are, while at the same time avoiding spoilers to some of these mechanics, because I'd like to do as many of those things on stream as I can, but I'll do what I can to balance that stuff out. But anyways, this was, of course, our Path of Exile 2 stream. And our streaming schedule, at least for this week, we did mix it up a little bit, because we finished out the grind for Mass Effect Andromeda multiplayer. After 3 years, we finally got all of our gear fully upgraded. So after having played Mass Effect Andromeda for basically every day of the year for 3 years, including off-stream, decided, maybe we take at least a week off of that, and that is why Friday, which would usually be our Andromeda multiplayer day, we use today for Path of Exile 2. Not entirely sure if that's going to be the plan for this. Oh, actually, yeah, this upcoming Friday is going to be a holiday. I don't know. Maybe we do 2 things on Friday. I'm not entirely sure just yet. One game in the morning, 1 game in the evening. I'm not sure. But Saturdays, that remains the same, both previously and going forward. That's still Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. And then Sundays, we're doing Pyre multiplayer. Then, obviously, if you haven't done so yet already, you can hit the subscribe button to stay up to date more easily on the things that are happening on the YouTubes. You can also like the stream, which is a thing that I'm not used to. We've a lot more experience doing things, at least streams, on Twitch. So, subscribing, what's that? Liking the content? What is that? I don't understand. The other thing that you can do is, if you give me just a second here, I'll get you a link to the Discord. And that way, that is really the best place to stay up to date on all the latest happenings. Ooh, let's not have caps lock on. Let's not capitalize multiple letters even after turning caps lock off. There we go. So that is the link to the Discord. That is the best place to stay up to date on all things lids. But that's going to be it for me for tonight. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the stream. And I'll catch you next time.